This new Gatorade, son. This new Gatorade sound like tastes like the Froze Pops,
bro.
Do those quarter waters. This shit is quarter water right here.
It definitely isn't quarter water disguised as
Son, this not healthy.
as you drink.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another
Yeah.
episode of the Flagrant 2 podcast. No easy buckets analysis by assholes. Water cooler commentary for your sports needs. Today's water cooler itself is located
Yeah,
at the
we're
NBA
nowhere near a water cooler today.
Players Association.
Yeah.
Or the National Basketball Players Association. It's just the NB
The
Players Association.
NBPA headquarters, world headquarters,
Right here. We in
right
the center
here in
of
New
it.
York City, man.
Not getting paid.
We're
We're
happily.
not getting paid. I just want to clarify that.
We
We're
getting
not-
free.
we're
Well,
not
you know, we're
paid.
getting
This is how
free.
fancy it is. They don't have a water cooler. They got a Gatorade cooler.
They got Gatorade, son. These Gatorade flavors done stepped
Yeah,
up.
man. So we're out here. We're hosting the NBPA and Think 450's March Madness party. By the time you guys hear this, a national champion will probably be decided. But
I mean, it will absolutely.
it will definitely be this. I mean, you never know. Some crazy shit could happen.
It
Maybe
could be
the-
tied and they just
maybe just tell you know what? Let's just share the trophy. But we're here hosting the party. It's about to be a lot of influencers here, a lot of NBA players, a lot of industry execs, and
What's an influencer?
an influencer is a guy
Us.
who makes you do
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying.
We influencers, bro. We
Aren't we?
influencers, yo.
We got people that throw up finger signs and wear shirts. What
That's the influence.
That
I
is
had
the
a guy throw it up
influence.
to me at the airport, man.
God damn
we were
it.
in a long ass line of Delta, and I'm on one way. He's going one way. He didn't say nothing. He was just like, he
threw it
nods
up.
his head, throws
That's
it up.
the best.
I
That's
threw
the
it up
best.
and kept moving. Everybody was like, "Yo, what gang are they in, bro? This shit is, bro." I've been sick if he was.
Nobody is
Flagrant
scared of
too,
a
though.
gang with you in it.
That's not true.
Nobody is scared of a gang unless it's like.
That's the
I'm
power of
intimidating.
influence, though, man. How do you think? Did you ever would have thought like this little podcast that started in
Build us up. We Abraham Lincoln.
the offshoot episode of Brilliant Idiots.
We started in a log cabin.
So we're
Free
here.
y'all from the slavery of ESPN.
You know what's all right? So basically, we're here at the NBPA offices.
Real
right?
quick, if you hear basketballs bouncing in the background, you hear people talking video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because they got that.
Yeah,
All
they
right?
got all this shit here.
We're
man.
performing
It is-
on a basketball court right now, full court.
This place.
Kaz and I were just getting buckets.
Dog, this place is like a fucking like Andrew said it best. It's like, yo, this is like Soho House for NBA players.
That's it.
Dog. Like
That's it, bro.
So basically, they built these headquarters, I think a year or two ago, to basically be the home away from home for any NBA player who comes in town. So in the past year, they've had like 3 NBA champions here: MVP, Rookie of the Year, All Stars, Most Improved Players, everybody. So like. Any NBA team who's here, they got a full court that you can practice in. They got
They got the gym upstairs.
Workout
They
gyms,
won't say
got
who, but that's
whirlpools.
got to be Kevin Durant, right?
I mean-
3 of the 2017 NBA champions and the NBA MVP.
All of them.
Absolutely.
They got the gym.
So
they got
I mean,
the
like
espresso machines. They got mad relaxing couches.
facts.
They
This
got
is like-
the machine that rebounds for you and spits it back so your shot
This
can
is
be
like
wet
basketball
like mine.
Disney World, dog. Like, there's no better place. Like, if you're trying to hoop, or you're a professional hooper, or you're just somebody who has hoop friends.
Yeah.
This is the best place I've ever seen.
But we just want to
kinda
remind you,
work
you're
out,
not
bro.
invited.
You're not invited.
You're not going to be
that's the
allowed to
beauty
be
of this.
here.
I don't want you
You're
guys
not going
to
to
get
be allowed to
twisted.
be here. We're just milking it. There's no price of admission, nothing. This is invite only. It's like vagina.
Yeah, we had so
Okay?
many people.
You
in
can't
our-
just
in our
take this.
DMs.
You
Yeah, so
gotta
many people in our
massage
DMs
this.
You don't
like,
just
yo,
get in when you feel like it.
Nah, they gotta accept you. Okay, this is gonna take dinner. It's gonna take a lot of
Facts.
things to get in here.
It's like
Charisma.
Soho House, dog. Like it was like when we did this when they announced this on Twitter. They had mad people DMing me like, "Yo, people gonna be able to come? No, you can't come.
Nah, you
goddamn."
can't come. Sorry, we're just bringing you the vocals.
We're
That's all
bringing
you can
this
get.
because we like
My
you.
girl waiting outside.
Yeah, she's not allowed in. We said no. We saw her.
Can't
I was
get
like,
it.
"Oh, what you doing? Waiting for Akaash?" I was like, "Damn right." She's gonna be doing a lot of waiting. All right.
Nah, but the NBPA is really dope because it's like when you think about just like players unions, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
as far as like, you know,
Just to
the
clarify,
NF
we're not getting paid, so
We're not
we
getting
are.
paid for this,
We're
so
dick
we
riding right
legitimately
now. This
need
is, but
this.
this is real dick riding. We wanted this dick.
This is what we all meant legitimately, dog. The tight thing about it is like we talk about it all the time, the disconnect between the NFL players
Yes.
and the union, and baseball has kind of really fallen off as far as like fan interaction and stuff like that. We get to that later. But the NBA is kind of like, it's like the joy of yeah. Please bring those over here.
Yeah.
It's almost like the envy of like players unions, dog. And just so we could like go through it, you know what I mean? Michelle Roberts runs the whole thing.
Shout out to Michelle Roberts,
Shout out to
most
Michelle.
powerful woman in sports.
That's the girl that hit the
By
game
far.
winner yesterday?
No, that's not the girl. That's the game winner yesterday. Yeah.
Obviously, dog. Obviously.
You
Bro,
said most powerful woman
obviously.
in sports?
Come
Mumbo
on.
mentality.
We're talking
I
about the
know.
most powerful woman in sports, not the most powerful woman in the past 48 hours.
I
Like,
didn't
Yo, you know
that.
Kaz was right on. I saw how many letters were in her last name. I was like, she
Agumbo
gotta be
Wale.
Nigerian, bro. She gotta be Nigerian. What was
since
her
I
name?
saw that Wale at the end of it, I was like, oh yeah, she Igbo.
Abumbo
She
Wale?
definitely- Aguno Wale?
You wanna hear
Agundo
something?
Bowale.
Something.
It's not
Yeah.
It's
You don't
not
got like a
racist 'cause
Smith?
it's a Nigerian thing, but I saw mad letters. I was like, it's got to be Chanae's sister. I didn't even look at the last name. I was like, it's got to be
family,
Chanae's
bro.
sister. I'm not reading that last name.
Bro,
Shout out
it's
to
a long
Shanae
last
and
name.
Gubake,
Yeah.
man. But nah, so
They're gonna have to
speaking
start
of-
putting sleeves on jerseys for Nigerians.
just to
So
get
they can
the
fit the whole name on the back, right? That shit gonna go elbow to elbow, son. Right? Yo, real talk, you gonna have the first Nigerian is gonna have 2 lines of names. Agumba Lumbale.
But here's the thing. Do you remember the old school Hakeem Olajuwon jerseys when he had his full name on the back of it?
No.
Why are you
never
so
seen
African
those?
saying Hakeem? We get it, bro. Coming from the throat.
I thought it was, you know, in
It was
college.
Akeem.
No, in college, I thought it was Akeem.
It was Akeem.
Just Akeem.
It was.
And then
they
what
just
happened?
changed it. I don't know. Wesley Field changed it. I never really took
wow.
I never really took the time to find
converted
out
to
the
Islam.
actual.
He converted. He got bougie with it.
Probably.
He got
See, I
bougie.
throw an H on this motherfucker now. Yeah.
All right, anyway.
It's different.
H for Houston.
We here, we out here.
Yeah.
Shit is beautiful. Honestly, I want you all to check this out. You probably never will be able to, but I want you all to check this out. It's a great situation. You know, there is a potential situation for them to check out. And what I would say is this court looks excellent
Yeah.
for a 3-on-3. I think Akaash was bringing this up
This
earlier.
is true.
This is
This
an
is true.
excellent
This is
size
actually-
court for a nice 3-on-3 tournament. And if we did a nice flagrant 2 3-on-3 tournament, the international basketball tournament,
It's facts.
if we did that, I think the NBA-PA might be a good place to do that. That's just me.
I'm pretty sure
saying,
it's a good
If
point.
anybody
I'm
want to
just
come
saying.
get this up fake,
And everybody wants to smoke. Everybody wants to see the hezzy and the up fake.
Oh, it's over
And
for
the-
y'all. It's really over for y'all. I was already shooting around, bro.
and their mid-range game is filthy.
The mid-range game is very
filthy.
strong. Very
mid-range game.
strong.
It's,
yeah.
it's the whole game is strong, guys. I'm not gonna just sell myself short. I'm
Kaz
looking
might
at
hit
it
the
as a
only
joke.
actual 3-pointer.
I had the
I
only
couldn't even.
three-pointer.
I couldn't even reach.
And
for
it was
First of all,
only when
that's
the
a
cameras
lie.
were on. That was the only
Kaz
time.
bricked 17 shots in a row. A couple of people that were here watching initially walked away out of embarrassment. He hit the top of the backboard, right? I put the fucking Instagram on him. He turns around from a conversation, just hoists it up, and swish.
It's wet.
Guarantee. It's on my Instagram right now.
Listen, when the lights is on, performance
You
perform,
deliver.
dog. When the lights is on, I deliver, goddamn.
Shout to
That's
the
what
porn
I'm
stars that do it. Yeah. That sounds like some porn shit, right?
They don't deliver as much as they receive, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Depends which ones you watching. Depends which one you watching.
So let's get into some. Let's get into some
Can
stuff that
I
we talk
just
about
say
today,
one
man.
thing because
Yeah.
it's baseball season and,
Yeah.
and baseball fans are not accepting that their sport is dying. Listen, if you're a baseball fan, you're listening right now. Your sport is mort. Do you know what mort means in
What's
Italian? Dead. Okay? Your sport is dead. You have to accept it. I'm watching a clip on House of Highlights,
Yeah.
right?
Shout out to Omar.
Shout out to Omar. We got to get Omar on. Shout out to Omar. Omar, I can't believe you posted this trash ass clip. So, the clip is of a game in Cincinnati. It's yesterday on Easter, and Bryce Harper hits a home run. Now, before he hits a home run, someone in the stands yells out, "Overrated."
Yeah, clear as day too. Clear as day. Yeah.
Beautiful
That's
day.
how you know nobody was there.
Overrated. Ready? Wait for
In
it.
a stadium, if you can hear one guy talking,
Yep. So
that
wait
means
for
no
it.
one's at the game.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. So he starts to run around, right? And as he's running around, you start to see shots of the stadium,
Yeah.
right? It is barren. Barren. Nobody is there. I'm
here's the
talking
thing.
about Catholic church on a weekday.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Baseball fans are like they're like Christian, super religious, Trump supporting types.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're
Facts.
probably at church on Easter. I'm not saying baseball's not dying, but I do think that's the explanation. Now, here's what I want to know.
Can I just say one? Can I just finish the story?
Yeah,
And why
please.
This is what all these baseball. So I write. Why is baseball still around? People don't even go to the game. Baseball stands are hitting me up. Like, why are you still around? Your career sucks. Your nose is big. You ain't shit. He goes, and then they said the same shit as you. They said, oh, it's because it's Easter. It's Easter. And I was like, you know what? You're right.
I give
On
him that.
holidays, people don't go to sports because there's no way anybody fills up NBA arenas on Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Those are empty.
Yeah.
Are those empty? There's no
Thanksgiving,
way on Thanksgiving
NFL.
nobody goes to NFL in the freezing cold. We're not talking about a beautiful March day. We're talking about snow.
People
cold,
make a yearly commute to Detroit, Michigan,
Detroit,
in November
to go to
in
a
the
football
snow
game in
to
the
watch
snow. So
football.
don't give me that shit about the holidays. Don't
Yeah.
give me this that Jesus is risen. God bless him. But at the same time, that's not the reason you didn't go to that game. You didn't go to that game for the reason people don't go to baseball because it sucks.
This
But
is
yeah,
boring.
who likes baseball? Racist white people and Latinos who all happen to be pretty religious. Ain't no Latino missing Catholic church for nothing.
How long is church, Akaash? Have you been to church?
Yeah.
Knock that out in the
maybe
morning.
A few hours. A black church, a few hours.
Knock that out in the morning.
See, Catholic church is easy squeezy, dog. It's
Bang.
Like, Catholic church is like express church. You get in, you get out, hour
That's
tops. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might get a sermon.
Spiritu Santo.
It's the McDonald's
Bye.
of churches.
That's it. Boom. We just hit that shit.
Here's
You
what
put
I
on the
do want to
quote.
know, though.
Yeah.
If you're one of these baseball fans who also voted for Trump and wants immigrants to get out, what's going to happen to baseball?
Word.
It's like getting rid of the black
It's supposed to
people
be
in the
as
NBA. What
American
are you
as apple
watching?
pie. Well, it was
What?
supposed to be.
It's going to be much whacker.
Oh, baseball's going to be worse
Yeah.
without Latinos,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
saying.
Not even
You
just
shut down
Latinos,
immigration, you lost
just
your best
brown
baseball
people
player.
in general.
I'll be honest with you, and this is going to sound fucked up, but if more baseball players spoke English, it'd be a more popular sport. I think the problem is that none of the stars speak English that well, so it's
don't
hard
care.
to
I mean,
market
that's
them.
I mean, that's I don't know if
I don't
that's all
care
the way
what
accurate.
Hard to
Justin
market them.
Verlander. Nothing Justin
I mean-
Verlander has to say is interesting to me.
He was smashing that girl with the huge
Couldn't
titties.
care
That was
less.
interesting.
What's her
Couldn't
name? Like
care
Kate,
less.
Kate Upton.
Kate Upton.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear all about that.
Yeah,
I've seen
yeah,
his
yeah.
dick.
Wow.
I saw it in the fappening.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, remember the fappening though?
Shit is mad average for how
That-
fast he throws. Let me tell you, that heat is not coming from down under.
That's why he throws so fast. You gotta work
You don't got
hard.
dick in the way?
Oh my goodness. Nah, I mean, I'll give you this though. Like we always say on the show, we're not baseball fans, but we are Yankee fans.
Oh, yeah,
Y'all
let's
are
go
Yankees
Yankees.
fans.
And let's go Yankees all day,
obviously.
every day. You know what I mean? Evil Empire back. Shout out to Giancarlo Stanton.
Let's go.
And even the one day where I would be remotely interested in baseball, opening day in the home opener in New York City.
Yeah.
What happens? We get a goddamn blizzard.
Facts. We
Snowed
get a
out.
fucking blizzard.
Yankees and Mets.
And you know what? And was it snowed out or did they have
Snowed
the game?
out. Yeah, they didn't play at all.
Oh, they didn't play at all.
Yeah.
And I bet you there still would have been more people there than that Cincinnati game.
Facts.
But still, any excuse to stop playing, they'll do. They don't stop They don't stop football games in the rain, do they? They don't stop football games
No,
in the snow, do
they
they?
don't.
They
They
let that shit go because
don't.
people will stay there for it.
I think, why is that
But if it's
though?
cloudy, people are like, I'm not going to a baseball game because your sport sucks. You only go to a baseball game to get sun. It's an excuse to tan. People are like, in LA, everybody goes to the games all the time. Yeah, it's like going to the beach. Only they bring you hot
Baseball
dogs.
games are like the only games of the four major sports.
And
you
I
can
lived
get.
in LA. I've never met a single person going to a baseball game.
Are you saying that people don't go to LA games?
I'm just saying it's not some big cultural thing. If you're in LA, if you like baseball, you'll go to a Dodgers game,
But-
and they're
Yeah.
good.
Are you saying people don't go to the games? Because
Yeah,
they
no.
do go to the games in LA.
Huh?
They do go to the games in LA. That's a fact. That's irrefutable.
I mean, they're also really good right now. 5 years ago, 10
That
years
is
ago when I
true.
lived there,
Right, right.
That's true. The Dodgers are really nice this year, but at the same time,
if
you know,
you
what I
weren't
mean,
a
like,
Dodgers fan, you weren't a Dodgers fan.
right.
Major League Baseball is like the only sport you can get tickets like the day of. Like you can walk up to it like a movie theater, and like you'll still get like very good seats like
why
the
do
day
people
of.
not acknowledge this?
Like-
Nobody wants to go to your sport. You know what baseball is? It's a Modell's sneaker. It's always available. Never have you gone to Modell's and if you ask for like
Like,
a
yo,
size,
man, we're sold out.
Hey, do you have that New Balance in 11? You're like, of course I have that New Balance. Never had the guy said, let me go check. You got it.
It's like, and they'll
It's
always
there.
have mad extras like, well, 11, you want to try 12 and a half, 12, 13? Yeah, we have all.
They're the only store that has
They have
size
plenty.
16. It's like 16 on their sale rack. Anyway, that's baseball. You're fucking Modell's.
Oh, man, dog.
Shall we get into it? Shall we
Let's
start
get into
the
it,
show?
dog. Let's get into it. I think you guys got some stuff to answer to.
What
'Cause
happened?
I think last week I was trying to tell you guys
What happened?
just how, she's Gina Oriema was
Yeah.
my asshole of the week.
Yeah.
I couldn't get a fucking word out because I was trying to explain to y'all, like, yo, UConn women's basketball is one of the most dominant programs. So dominant that it's making a sport a little bit.
So we owe an apology because you were wrong?
Yes,
Bro.
yes, you do, because
Nah.
you don't even get my point out. And
So
this
you're
go-
saying
and this-
if you got your point out, what would happen?
what would have got my point out is more people would have noticed that This is a monumental upset. Not just a monumental upset.
Monumental. We're really throwing out
Yes,
big words. Let me tell you, you know what the WNBA championship is to me? You know these people,
It's not WNBA, it's NCAA.
whatever it's called. I mean, listen, neither one of them makes much money, so whatever. You ever meet people who are watching like the Little League World Series?
Yeah.
And they're like really into it?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about women's basketball.
So I thought about this.
So you mean you watched those last 2 games? You were not into it at all.
Watch the last two.
Even the highlights. Not even the highlights.
Honestly,
You didn't get nothing out of that.
Can I be honest with you?
You didn't
I
get
didn't
nothing
finish
out
the
of that.
Instagram video of the highlight.
Oh my
Once she
God,
hit the shot, I checked the
Then,
score,
yo,
and then I looked to the next
If
one. Kept
those last
scrolling.
2 games did
No, that's it.
nothing for you,
That's it.
If those last 2 games did
I
nothing
just
for
found
you,
out
there's
about
no
the Kobe
way.
thing,
There's-
the Mamba mentality thing. I
Yes.
found out about that today.
I found out from
Yes.
Kaz's Twitter.
I didn't know. You
Oh
watched the
my
end of the video.
gosh.
I couldn't even do 16
There's
seconds.
there's no way you watch that and then not even get a little bit.
Listen, the Little League World Series has some great championship games. I'm
Listen,
not saying they're not competitive.
the only reason-
I'm not saying they're not better than me. I'm
Listen.
just saying I'm not watching that.
All right, so the men's championship is today, right? Everyone's gonna be watching that shit.
I'm
The
not.
What? Oh, men's championship.
Yes, the
Okay,
men's
okay, yeah,
championship
yeah,
today.
Yeah,
right?
I could care less.
It's
to be
a
honest
hard.
with you.
You'll be hard pressed to find
It's gonna be
find
on
a
here.
game that is more or ending more satisfying than that.
Let me
with
tell
the
you something.
women's
I refereed a game at the Boys and Girls Club, and the guy was down by 2, and he took a 3-point shot, and he got fouled, but I swallowed the whistle because it was the end of the game.
game. Yeah.
That was exciting. That was fucking riveting. And 68-50, was it 61-58?
Yes.
I mean, come on. How high scoring is that?
Listen, man.
I can't. I'm not gonna. I think it's exciting. I will acknowledge objectively that it's exciting that she hit 2 game winners in a row. Same
row.
girl. And
After
one to win
talking
the
to Kobe
championship.
Bryant,
And
after Kobe
and
told
after
her
Kobe goes, yo,
to
you
go
gotta
and
finish the job.
and she finishes the
I'll
job like
objectively
that.
acknowledge that that's interesting.
That's crazy.
I have put in some work into thinking why it is we don't care about women's basketball. Not we, just the general public. And I think I figured it out. Because it's not that the argument always comes up is, oh, we just like to see the best play. That's not true. We're going to watch college basketball today, right? 90% of the people on that court right there do not play well.
Good. Yeah.
They don't play well. They're not the best, right? We watch women's tennis. They're not the best, but it's highly rated. We watch it. We watch college football. They're not the best, but we watch it.
Okay, so what's the interest there? What makes that change?
We can't watch people we think we're better than.
That's a lie.
I can't watch, and that's why I can't do it.
Yeah.
Why am I watching you? I could do everything you do.
So you
I can dunk, you can't.
So you really think this chick, Abulaway?
I will blow her out of the way in a fucking heartbeat. You're out of your mind if you think that I'm not taking it down. No, not even a question.
This is why women hate our show, because these last 2 games, like objectively speaking, just as a basketball fan, dog.
God, yeah.
Like,
get him.
You watched the whole game?
I watched the whole the championship game. I watched the whole championship game. I didn't watch the Final Four. To be honest, because
where do you get
after
this
my
time?
rant,
I don't
after
know.
my rant
My
with
man got
UConn, I'm
mad
like, no,
jobs.
there's
Yo, you're
no
always
way.
flying.
Africans
You're always at
just
a
got
party.
more time. That's
You know
all
what I
it
mean?
is.
Yeah, like what is this time that you have? This is what
I have no
understand.
kids or wife, so I have time for.
I don't have a
anything.
kids or wife. I'm dying to get time during the
Listen,
day.
you have the same 24 hours in a day as Beyonce, all right? So if you
Yeah, but
give
Beyonce
a-
got
Beyonce
assistants.
ain't watching the
Beyonce
NCAA
ain't
Women's
doing shit.
Championship.
Beyonce
You
got
don't
someone
know.
putting on her eyelashes,
You don't know.
combing her
You
hair,
think
and shit
Beyonce
like
watched
that.
that game
Yes,
last night? Get out of
Beyonce
here,
has
man.
time for a lot of shit
Come
that
on.
is
Beyonce
equivalent to
breastfeeding 2
me
at a
watching
time.
women's basketball.
I watch to live vicariously through these people. Listen. I can't really live vicariously through the NCAA women. I mean, I guess I could, but that's not worth 3
Listen.
hours of. Watch somebody dunk.
I'll put it like
I'm
this.
not watching the men's
I'll put it like
college
this.
tournament.
I'm not gonna
definitely
say.
watching
I'm
the
not gonna
girls.
say. I'm not gonna say people don't enjoy women's basketball.
Yeah.
I think it is not as doesn't have as much mainstream appeal
Yeah.
as the men's game, because you can get into it very easily. It's on national
You know,
television.
you sound like the guy trying to push some underground white rapper that I'm just never
Nobody-
gonna care about. That's what it sounds like right now. No, you
No,
don't know, man.
listen,
you don't know. You're just it's not mainstream.
I'm a hoop head, bro. Like I love hoops.
And
Like
that's
I'm a
why
junkie.
you like it, because you love.
And I like it.
You're a
Exactly.
junkie,
All
right?
right, so you're
I'm a drug addict. I don't need the best heroin.
all right, but
Give me any heroin, please. I'll take it. I'm dying.
Would you fancy yourself a stand-up comic junkie?
Yeah.
You will watch anybody.
No, I
Even
won't watch wax stand up.
I'm not a stand-up comedy junkie.
you're not a stand-up comic junkie.
I love stand up with all
But
my
you won't
heart.
watch it
And
for
I'm
the
not a
sake of
hoops
stand-up.
junkie.
Okay, all
I'm
right.
not either. I need.
So what would you what would make you? What is something that you would just watch just for
Street
the sake
fights.
of watching? Street
I can
fight.
watch. I can.
Okay.
I'm a fight junkie. I can watch professionals do it, and then I can watch two bitches fight in a Wendy's. That's easy. Yeah, I can watch two girls tear each
well,
other's hair.
anybody
and
can watch
watch
that.
Fighting
That
is
is-
like porn. The amateur's better.
Exactly.
Like, you know what? This is a little more fun.
No, for real, dude. That's what I'm excited by. But if you're as excited by basketball as I am by fighting, then I totally understand.
Then you understand.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
fine. I can't believe it, and you should definitely start watching some fighting.
No, but
because
that's
if
the
you're
thing.
that excited,
I
you're
almost
gonna
feel
be
like
really excited.
But fighting is so easy. It's so primal to all of us. Like
Yeah.
it's like fucking cavemen used to watch people fight. Like and it's,
Yeah.
of course it's entertaining. It's always gonna be entertaining. You know what I'm saying? So like I still need to know, Akaash, what is like the one thing that you are like a junkie of that will make you
I like watching good things. That sounds mean, but like I don't watch bad stand-up. Great stand-up, I'm incredibly passionate about. The
Okay.
NBA, like some random regular season game, I probably don't care.
I mean, but you watched the Chris Rock stand up and that wasn't that good.
We need to talk about that because that's my thing. Is the Chris Rock? The first 32 minutes were trash.
Yeah.
And then the parts that were good were so good that it
Yeah.
almost maybe made up for the first part. I don't know.
I
so
haven't
wanna-
seen it.
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
want to talk to
seen
Andrew about
it.
that.
We'll
Andrew
talk
will
about
watch
one day.
stand-up.
Here's one thing I'll say about it. From my understanding, my friends with kids love it.
Love what? The Chris Rock stand up?
Yeah, and I think there's something about it. And I spoke to a buddy of mine named Ian, and he was like, yeah, it's more mature. It's like there are certain things that I'll just relate to that he's saying that are innately funny to me because of my experiences and just won't be for you because you just don't get it.
I wish you had seen it because I want to talk. I want to address that point
Yeah.
specifically. I loved the stuff about his kids and
Yeah.
his wife, and he talks about his divorce, and he's vulnerable in a way that I've never seen
Yeah.
Chris Rock be vulnerable.
You sound really gay.
I haven't seen
But-
anybody be vulnerable like that.
but that's it, dog. It's
Facts
like
though, because like you could tell there's a specific moment during the stand up where
I haven't
it's
seen
like
it. Don't ruin it for me.
I'm not gonna ruin it
you
for
haven't
you.
watched
I'm
it
not
in a
gonna ruin
month. You're not gonna.
I'm not
watch
gonna
it.
watch it until after I'm done on tour.
I'm not gonna ruin it for you. But there's like a specific moment where he like you see the immediate shift in turn in tone. Like it almost gets like awkwardly, uncomfortably quiet as soon as he says this one specific thing.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, oh, okay. I'm not gonna relate to this, but I can see why. It's almost like
incredible.
444 for Jay-Z, where it's
Yeah.
like the motherfucker's talking about shit that I'm just not there
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah,
yet.
buying real
but I
shit
can
and shit.
see how other people reacted to it. Where it's like, wow, okay, that's some real shit. Maybe I should pay
The
attention.
stuff
to it.
the stuff I thought was whack was like a lot of his points. I was like, this is not like Chris Rock.
All right, we'll
is-
talk about it when we're talking about it. Let's not talk about it.
You-
You talk about it. That makes no sense.
Somebody else
A good
brought it
show.
up.
So
I brought
Flagrant
it up.
2
It's a good
curse,
show.
right?
Yeah.
The Flagrant 2 curse we got to discuss because apparently
Which
there is a
applies to
curse.
applies to
Well, it
women's
applies to
basketball.
everything.
Also,
So the Flagrant 2
you
curse
shit on it last
is
week.
that if we degrade something, we criticize something, they will succeed, and if we celebrate something, they will fail.
Chris Rock next special gonna be fire.
There you go. You want him to fail?
No, we tracked it. So next special. Gonna be
Oh, okay, got you. So this would happen with Gino Auriemma. We're trying to bake him up and all this. You're like, he's the best one. He can't lose. They're up by
Yeah.
80 every single one.
Yeah.
He has to pretend he's into it, and boom, they immediately lose. I trashed Philly for fucking 2 years straight. We start talking about it on the podcast, and then they win the
They win their
goddamn
own Super Bowl.
Worst thing that's ever happened.
without their quarterback.
Yeah.
Right? Unbelievable.
against the Patriots.
Austin
all
Rivers.
fucking teams.
We trash Austin for a week. Then he goes on like a 30-point a game scoring spree.
He starts playing like an actual legitimate NBA.
Then we
player.
start saying that he's playing his ass off, and he's getting crossed out of crossed out of his sneakers. He's getting punched
Victor
in his
Oladipo
face.
crosses him into next week.
Oh, dude, that's right. I saw
Jesus.
That was so
Christ.
nasty.
Yes,
You know what
yes,
bothered
yes,
me the
yes.
most about that cross is he got up and asked for the ball after, and I was like, bro, be embarrassed. Like
Dog,
you should.
go run back. Let the point guard get that.
Yeah.
What did he asked to take it
Like,
up the
let me-
court.
yeah, let me- get
Yeah,
the
like he's like, oh, I gotta. Like I
Yeah.
don't even want to. If I'm that person, like I've been that person.
Yeah.
Where, like one of your teammates get crossed up and they
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
get the dude back so badly. I'm like, bro, you're not even in the right mind state right
Yeah,
now. Let me
you're
get
too
to
angry.
somebody.
Yeah,
You're too
yeah.
angry.
You're
You're
on
gonna
tilt.
throw up some bullshit right
Yeah,
now.
it's like one
let
of
me
those
just-
gamblers that can't
Yeah,
stop.
Great way to put it.
That should be the worst, dog. Like when you play with somebody, like immediately thinks they're gonna go and get somebody back.
Yeah.
Like especially after a play like that, that would in any other like basketball setting.
Yeah.
People are running on the court. People are throwing the ball in the air. People are doing all types of wild shit at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You give that ball back to somebody, you are putting your team in severe danger. Austin Rivers already has a shitty shot selection, right? Like he's gonna go in there throw up some BS, get called out by his coach. And the worst part about it is his daddy's the damn coach.
Yeah.
So do you really think he's going to go in there?
There's
Especially
no
when he's like
repercussions.
zero. I mean, I'm sure he maybe you got to put on the front if you're the coach and be
Right.
like, oh, okay, like I yell at you just like I yell at everybody. Probably. But
Right.
that is absolutely, positively not what's going to happen, especially All-Star. And it didn't happen because Victor Oladipo is an all-star player.
And a good defender.
And a great defender. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Great two-way
So
player.
he didn't get him back at all.
Of course not. Of course not. They lost that game.
What other things have happened? What other things have we predicted
Well,
then that they've failed?
Let's put it this way. The second we start celebrating Philly, the Flagrant 2 curse is stronger than the Philly curse. We
Well,
broke
go
the Philly
back
curse.
before we go there. What other things? What other things?
With the
have
Flagrant
we-
2
have
curse?
we- Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Who else? Porzingis, we gassed him up, got hurt. James Harden, we called him his game cute and not sexy, and he's running away with the MVP.
Running away with it.
I picked Kawhi as MVP.
He hasn't even played.
He hasn't
Here we
played. Like, he's the one person in Spurs history that has like caused a rift.
The one dude.
The one time they've ever made the Spurs organization look like incompetent or something. Like
I would
that.
like to point that out. I'm starting to understand Kawhi.
Why?
It just based on what I'm seeing with IT. It's like
Yes.
IT lost $150 million.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
if
damn.
I'm Kawhi and I'm in a contract year,
Next year's in a contract.
next
year.
year's a contract year.
Yeah.
But if I'm Kawhi, I'm getting healthy. I have $200 million to look forward to. I'm not going to risk jack shit
Yeah.
until I am premium health. I mean, I don't know if IT forced it or tried to come back or they didn't, get it right. They didn't diagnose it right. I don't know what the hell it was, but
No, he didn't do though.
what's that?
He didn't come and get good with the NBPA, with the Players Association and
He
the
didn't.
union. I mean, that's basically their job, dog. Like if Kawhi, if the team is like forcing him, hey, like we think you're healthy,
Yeah.
we operated on you, we looked at you, you know what I'm saying, and they want him to play, and Kawhi's like, nah, I'm gonna go get my own shit checked out,
Yeah.
and this is basically what their job is to do, is to protect their rights as players and be
Right.
like, and I don't think Isaiah did that. And when Kawhi came here to New York, he came here. Like, he came here to work out. He came to do all that
Oh.
stuff. Exactly. So it's like, that's what you use these people, this is what you use this union for, dude.
Is
Like,
he still
Right.
here?
to
He went
protect
back to New York, right? Is he here?
yeah, I'm sure he's in New York somewhere. I'm sure he's around here. He's not with the team. He's not with the Spurs. But it's like, that's what you're supposed to do, dog. Like, and I don't think, and you see what happened with Isaiah, even with Joakim Noah, who's been
Dude,
been
Isaiah
out and
Thomas
trying to
is gonna
protect
get
himself.
$12 million a year. He's going to get a 1-year deal next year.
Ugh.
He's going to get 1 year to prove himself, and maybe it'll be $15 million. He lost
He was a
$185 million.
bona After
King of the fourth.
going into the playoffs last year, he's a bona fide max player. Like, he was averaging 28 a game last
Can
year.
we just acknowledge that? Imagine losing $185 million.
Worse off, he's going into another surgery.
Yeah, he
So,
might
like,
not
he
come
might
back.
he might not even
It
make
might
it
be a
that
wrap.
much.
God, man, it's just so sad.
It's terrible, man.
Okay, but anybody else? Anybody else that we?
Gosh,
that we've
I want
spoken
to
about.
say,
I feel like it's everybody that we celebrate or criticize.
The
I feel
only
like the
people,
only person who hasn't suffered is like Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd, LeBron, and Giannis are all
Ooh.
still doing well.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good call. So
Yeah.
we've bigged up Floyd. Actually, did you see ESPN take our shit?
No,
So
what did they say?
ESPN did a 20 most dominant athletes in the last 20 years or something like that.
Okay.
Which is the discussion that we had back here, which was the original Floyd thing that I was saying about. I
That's
think
not the
he's
first time
greatest
ESPN's
export.
taking our shit.
No,
but-
there's some
well,
people at ESPN listen to our shit. And
Yeah.
listen, you're listening right now, you hacks.
So we hear you.
Okay, we know
Okay,
you're
we see
listening
you.
to us, and you see where we are. You hear them balls dribbling, and we didn't have to go all the way to fucking Connecticut to do it. All right, you in the fucking sticks right now.
We're not in stores.
Nah, we right here in Times Square almost.
I was about to say stores. Where's Connecticut? Where's
Stanford or some shit like
no,
that.
ESPN's in Bristol.
Bristol.
that's
Anyway,
Bristol, yeah.
so but yeah, and they had Floyd at 8th. They had Tiger at number 1. So Tiger, they're saying, is the most dominant athlete in the
That's
last
so
20
stupid.
he
years.
hasn't won shit in
That's so stupid.
like 5 years. I don't
Bro, he's
understand
only
that.
competing against rich guys. I don't even consider it a real
Yeah.
sport. If you can only compete against rich dudes, right? How many rich dudes do you know that are athletic that didn't make? How many? You know what I'm saying?
How
They were
many-
born rich. How many born rich dudes do you know that are great athletes? Born rich.
You see, for that thinking alone makes me put like the Williams sisters ahead of Tiger. You know what I mean? Because they learn from
more dominant than Tiger. Yeah.
Serena's way more dominant than Tiger. You know what I'm saying? First off, she came from the sticks. You know what I mean? Like she came from Compton.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Tiger
Roger
Woods.
Federer more dominant than Serena, I think.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's
that
like
just goes to show you. That just goes to show you how bad rich people are at being at athletics. The first broke person to play tennis becomes the greatest ever. The first one to come from nothing. And her dad taught her. And they were like, "How'd you know tennis?" And he was like, "I don't know. You just hit it. You just hit it straight."
I just yelled at him.
Hit the ball, hit it back. And if you don't hit it, I yell at you. And then when it comes back, we'll just And then they happen to be two of the greatest women's tennis players of all time.
So that's the thing. If we brought golf to the hood, right? If really poor, impoverished neighborhoods, you brought golf out there, I'm telling you, you'd get some good golfers.
Do you understand? If you brought golf to the hood, we would be churning out like it would be like fucking North Carolina Tar Heels. Like it would be like Duke University.
Son, how good did Jordan get? How good did Jordan get at golf? Did he get better at golf than he got at baseball? That's an interesting discussion. Was he a scratch golfer? Would he shoot for par?
Fucking like most basketball players, especially NBA players, are like decent golfers.
Like Steph Curry.
Steph Curry's
apparently
good golfer.
is like a really good golfer.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It can't be that hard.
It can't be.
Yeah.
And then what? And there's no way they picked it up like in college or anything like that. They picked it up like what, their third, fourth, fifth year in the NBA.
I mean,
like,
Steph
sure, I'll
was
try
rich,
some of this golf.
so he was probably playing it on the way up.
That rich? Oh, they weren't poor.
Come on, son.
They weren't
as
poor.
an NBA player, you got
This is
money.
Del Curry.
Yeah, but he grew up with money. NBA's still making money.
Yo, if you're an NBA player and you live in North Carolina, dude, if you're making $50,000 a year in North Carolina, you have a mansion.
I'm not gonna say it was poor, but rich is a stretch.
Maybe rich has changed.
Del Curry was.
They don't take a lot to be
Del
wealthy
Curry wasn't
back
necessarily breaking the bank back then.
So if you eat at Waffle House, it's like $6 for everything on the menu. Dude,
Yeah,
you are
right.
That is
dude,
facts.
it's the craziest
That's the
thing
best
leaving
part
New
about
York
Waffle
City
House.
and like just getting fast food or just restaurant food or anything
Anything.
like that. It's mind-bogglingly cheap.
New York City is like airport prices. Like everywhere. Like I go to airports in other cities, I'm like, this shit is reasonable.
Yeah,
Wow.
dude.
What's that,
For real.
$12 for a sandwich? That's
Dude,
all right.
You can't spend $20 at Waffle House.
No.
If you spend $20 at Waffle House, they fucked up.
Yo.
You have diabetes. They're like, it's 25 cents to put some cheese on. I go, what did you say? They're like, yeah, you smother the fries and cheese for 25 cents. I was like, double it.
Man,
Extra cheese, babe.
my homie.
You could go into any Waffle House and be like, you know what?
Son.
Everything's on me today, and
Son.
not spend more than $40.
That's it. Bro, you could buy the whole We should do that once. That'd be a really fun Instagram experiment, like a prank. Go to a random Waffle House, pay for everything that everybody had at that moment, and see if you can do it for less than $100. I think it's possible, dude.
It's like, everybody else handle the tip.
Dude.
We'll pay for the bill.
How do they even? And listen, for a fact that that nobody's making any money because the waitress is also like the chef. It's like a one-stop shop. It's like you work at a gas station.
They don't go to the back to make the food.
No, they're right there.
The food's right there in front of you.
You say like over easy, and she like flips the egg.
Yeah, when I was in college, my homie's girlfriend was like hating on Waffle House, and I always thought she was bougie.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, forget that, man. You not gully. Waffle House, I'm all about it. Whatever. Then my homie and I went to Waffle House that night. And my shouts to LJ. We went to Waffle House that night, and then I'd never had a worse restaurant experience in my life. First of all, they didn't clean the table when we sat down. There's just syrup on it. And then my man dropped off the silverware right into my syrup, like that wasn't my syrup.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting here like, this is fucking crazy. I got to eat off this silverware. What's going on? Then you could see the kitchen in the Waffle House.
Yeah.
The chef went, after he gave us our forks, went to the bathroom, came out, didn't wash his hands, had shit all over his face. His waffle is cooking. He just picks it up with his bare hands and throws it on my plate. Dog, I couldn't eat the Waffle House.
Son.
I hated to punk up so hard, but I was like, I can't do it.
It's
man.
one guy.
I might have ate it.
It's
I
one
go,
guy. Bro, first of all,
All
if
that
he
shit
washes his
too.
hands are going to be all wet when he touches the waffle, and then waffle's all
Put
fucked
on
up.
gloves, fam.
Nah, bro. He's not a
But that's
pussy.
the good
about?
grease, though.
Nah,
That's
you
the good
need that.
food grease,
You need some
dog.
hand
Doodle
sweat.
grease.
You
You
need
need
that,
hand
yes.
sweat, dog. He
You
just
never-
touched his dick. He ain't touching fucking butt. Come on, bro. You just got some dick juice on your waffle.
It's a fact that any spot with like a B grade, like a B health grade, is fucking delicious. everywhere.
Oh, word.
Absolutely.
When we went to Singapore and Malaysia, the food in Malaysia was way better. I was like, yo, why is it tastier in Malaysia? And then literally the people sitting there they're like, yeah, because it's dirty. Because they ain't clean over here, yo. They didn't shower that morning.
They got the grease from everything they've cooked today, and it's going to throw whatever you want on top of
ain't
that.
no fucking bucket of bleach under the bar, nothing like that. They just take a towel and wipe all the crumbs off.
Cornucopia flavors.
Come on,
just
Cornucopia flavors.
Here we go with the fucking vocabulary again. God,
fucking
cornucopia is not a big word.
Get it. You
How many
use it
syllables?
every
There's
fall,
like
man.
5.
We use it every fall.
I don't even know what a cornucopia is.
You know what a cornucopia
That's
is?
a pornographic term.
Cornucopia?
Bitch got
What's a
cornucopia all over her
cornucopia?
face.
No, that shit sound like a jacket. No, that's Patagonia.
Sounds like where Kim Kardashian grew up.
Dude, cornucopia.
Yeah, I'm from Cornucopia.
So what is a cornucopia? It's just a lot?
It's that thing that
mixture?
they use in Thanksgiving where like they put like all the fruits and vegetables and like food and
Yo, how
whatever.
rich
It
were
just
you,
holds
bro?
it.
You had a
Right.
No,
you had
I've
you
never
had
had
a
one. We
bowl
just have
called
pictures of
yeah,
it.
we call that a I say yo,
No, it's an
whoa,
actual
you just saw the
thing.
difference in wealth real quick. So you just saw 3 classes, right?
First of all-
no, I gotta get this out. This is all 3 classes, right? Kaz is rich ass. Kaz rich goes, this is a cornucopia where you put fruits and vegetables, and I was like, why don't you call that a bowl? And Alex just goes, ain't that a bucket? Motherfucker cleaned out the KFC bucket, threw some fucking squash and gourds in, a cucumber.
There you go.
I mean, now you probably ordered it from KFC. It's like, you know what?
Yo,
Just
you got
get
that KFC cornucopia?
the biscuits in there. Just put them in.
Oh my god.
That's how you
Yo,
gotta
why
do
we
it,
act
man.
like biscuits are so hard to make? Like
first
everybody
off-
builds up these fucking the Popeyes biscuits are so it's fucking flour and
Flour
water.
and butter.
It's flour, butter, and water. Like I swear I could make a better biscuit my damn self.
I mean, you can, but then you've tried. It's until you've
Yeah.
had terrible biscuits.
All right, here, I
and then
can't make any
okay.
biscuits. I found out yesterday my oven don't work. I've been living in an apartment for a year.
Yeah.
For one whole year, and I just found out the oven.
So wait, you tried to make biscuits?
No, I tried to make a pizza, and I turned that shit to 500. I put my hand there, and it was 68.
Yo, that's
It was room
That
temperature.
shit was
That
room
bitch.
temp, B. That shit was not cooking, right? So now I got this soggy ass pizza just right next to me. I'm like, what I'm gonna do? And I try to put it on the top part,
the burners.
the stove,
Yeah.
Motherfucker called it a top part. It's a
And you're gonna
stove, dog.
come at
Hey,
me
That's-
like,
I'm
oh
not
yeah.
a lady, bro.
It's-
You know what I mean?
it's a
I'm supposed to know
cornucopia.
about the name. You don't want me to know the names of all the instruments in the kitchen?
Instruments.
The top parts of the oven, like what
What do you
were
call
even
it?
trying to,
The grill?
bro? It's just the oven. It's just
You
the
call
oven.
the top part the oven too?
No, it's a stove, dog.
I don't call it the stove. What? That's a weapon.
The burners.
That's a prepaid
that's
cell
the
phone.
burners.
Yeah, the burners, some
The
shit from the
burners.
wire, bro. That's
They call it burners.
anyway. I
Oh,
just call that
man.
shit the grill. Whatever. My shit didn't work, and the pizza's still in the fridge.
Wait, does the
Well, that's
top
what you
part
get,
work?
though.
The top part works, but the bottom part doesn't work.
And that's not a wealthy thing, dude. Like, just it's an oven and a cornucopia. And I'm not saying I use the cornucopia. That's like some shit pilgrims use. I was just saying, like, that's what they used to have in, like,
Your parents took this
picture
immigrant
books.
shit serious, bro. Like, yo, we doing it just like the Pilgrims. This shit is Jamestown every Thanksgiving. Let's go. Grab the cornucopia. You get the high socks. I'll get a belt buckle on my
Wasn't
sneaker.
Jamestown a cult thing? Wasn't that where like people killed themselves?
No, Jamestown was the first city in like
Pennsylvania?
America.
Was it?
I think they might have had a cult afterwards, but it was like the first. I
Okay.
thought of Jamestown as in
It
like
sounds
North
very
Carolina.
culty.
Yeah.
Some shit. But my man James made a
North
town
Carolina
after him.
definitely wasn't one of the first states.
No.
No, it wasn't a state. It was just where the people were at.
Oh,
It was a colony, bro. That
He
shit
has
was a
no
colony.
idea what he's talking about.
It was a colony, bro. You don't know about the colonies?
Wait. Pennsylvania
Yo,
was
y'all didn't know about
definitely-
colonies, bro?
You know
I
what
know
is
all
funny to
about
me?
colonies.
And I know
Yeah.
it is funny when you watch YouTube. Somebody's gonna correct us and be like, "The actual first colonies." Are like,
And then we're just gonna be like, shut up, you cuck.
Like, shut the fuck
You
up.
fucking colony
You
cuck.
kidding me?
cornucopia having ass.
Yeah, you fucking cornucopia. I thought cornucopia is when a girl got like a bunch of bunions on her feet.
I'm gonna take it.
Like she don't just got one corn, she got a cornucopia, bro.
One
Like,
for
her feet are
each
fucked.
toe knuckle.
Exactly, man.
Oh man. So this Kawhi thing is
Yeah.
definitely really interesting.
You
dog.
saw Kawhi's dick pic leaked?
No, what? How
Wait,
did
y'all
you
didn't
find
see
it?
that?
I,
Lying.
no, that's
Son, I thought that's why his thigh was bruised. Bro, that shit's slamming on it every single night. You playing
not
defense,
what I was looking
just
for when I was
whacking
watching that.
back and forth like a grandfather clock. Just bang, bang, tick tock, tick
I'm
tock.
worried how you found that. You're not even on Twitter like that.
First of all, I'm not on Twitter. Second of all, I made it up.
I knew you made
So
it.
I didn't find anything. How about that fact? How about them apples?
Now I'm not even sure if you made it up or not. So.
Maybe it's the truth.
Maybe it's the truth. I'll never know.
If Alex didn't get it, it's not a real
I'm not
dick
going to
pic.
Google it.
So that's
Alex is on.
If I ever see a dick on the internet, I go to Alex first. I'm like, yo, this real? This really Safari's dick? And Alex is like, yeah, that's Safari's dick. I got that 2 days ago. I got that direct from Safari.
He's got the encyclopedia of dick pics in his Instagram DMs now. It's just, nope.
Alex knows exactly where he stands.
What's up,
What's
John
up,
Mayer?
Pete?
How you doing, man?
That's John
See
Mayer.
you.
Oh, that's not John Mayer.
Come here, Pete.
So that's John Mayer or not?
This one man.
Hey,
Pete
is that
from
John
Jam, dude.
Oh,
He
that's not
definitely
John
does
Mayer.
look like John
Don't
Mayer a
say
lot.
that's
John is fucking around, man. My man
That don't look just like John Mayer.
That's why I said
Pete,
it.
come here, Pete, please.
Not going
Please.
on camera. Yo, you gotta
Come
get him on
on.
the podcast.
Yo,
You
come
got
here.
to now, dude.
Hey, come here
Come
with
on,
your John
Pete.
Mayer
Yo,
looking
do you
ass.
guys need the NBA hot takes?
Hell
Final
yeah.
Four hot
Yo,
takes?
get in that mic.
Can I come through and just...
Get in, bro.
One at a
Get in
time. You gotta
this.
do one at a time because we only got
This
one
my
mic.
man Peter Caden, man.
We gotta
Known
figure
Pete
out
for a
why this
long
guy's
time.
face looked like John Mayer's
This shit
face,
is
bro.
great.
A
Crazy,
good
dog.
guy, Def Jam.
The
one of
source.
Since Source days, I've known this guy.
Oh,
Great
wow.
dude.
Source.
And he still looked like John Mayer.
Speak
since
close to the
then.
mic. Speak close to the
Back
mic.
then.
And just like
This
John
is weird.
Mayer,
I can't
you-
handle this.
you
I'm
do a lot of
I'm
black-
usually not.
He's
in
never
front of
on
the camera.
camera. He does the publicity for
This
like
is
all the
very
big
rare.
artists at Def Jam and everybody.
Oh,
so he
word?
brings-
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very good, very well connected.
Who's with
guy.
Def Jam? Is Tekashi with
Oh,
Def
We
Jam?
met you.
No.
I met you before at the.
We met in L.A.
At the LA
Oh,
joint.
when when you pulled up with all the with like 7 dudes at the party.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you didn't look like John Mayer then.
I was like,
Nah, he
man,
looked like John Mayer then.
this guy pulling up
He was just gonna get us into a
10
party,
people.
so I didn't say it.
Oh, that's good.
and
That
didn't
was smart.
RSVP. He didn't even RSVP.
Yes. Oh God, yes, I remember. I
Yeah,
didn't
now I
RSVP. This is
remember
for
it
the,
totally, yeah. We were high that day.
He
Yeah,
just
they got
he just
incredibly high and
assumed. He
forgot
just
it.
assumed.
I'm sorry.
No,
But
they
anything
got-
for this guy.
But he made it work though.
Okay,
But he
wait.
made
It
work.
wasn't that stressful.
Have
It
you
was a really
ever-
big venue.
Have you
Yes, that's
ever
true.
done something with somebody thinking that they were John Mayer? Did you ever use that? You ever flex that muscle?
I can't confirm
Frankly,
or
fam,
deny. No,
you're
I'm just-
taller than John Mayer. You got some inches
a lot
on
taller than
John.
John Mayer.
You might be better looking than John Mayer.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean, you're welcome, but we're speaking objectively here.
Pause.
You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, has a girl ever, flex you with that approach, and then you use that and got some rhythm off of it? Keep it
No,
real.
no one ever.
Don't worry,
no one
nobody
ever
listens to
actually
this shit.
thinks I'm John Mayer.
Yeah,
They
for
say,
one minute, I thought you were
does
John
anyone
Mayer.
ever tell you look like John Mayer? That's what they say.
You know, if you walk in certain places,
Or do you play guitar?
and you walk,
You
Why-
could
why don't you run
100%
with it,
pass.
though?
It's crazy how much you could pass.
I've known you for like almost 10 years, and you've never ran with that. I would have been run with it. Like if people
He
say I
runs
look
with
like
it all
James
the time.
Harden
He
a
looks
little
like
bit,
James Harden. You know how
I
much
ran with
pussy-
that shit.
You know how many
I'm wiped
disappointed
up
girls
though.
are?
It's like,
You can
I
still
ain't gonna-
use it. You still get some
Bro.
free drinks out of it or
oh,
something.
yeah.
You don't. Let me tell you. When James Harden is in L.A., girls walk up to him at the bar and they go, "I had a great time with you a couple months ago." Okay, and James looks at them like, "I don't know
And
what
you're
the
like-
fuck you're talking about."
I had no
And
idea
You're
Kaz
like, what was
giggles.
going on at Palooza last
Exactly.
week?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you said that. Well, first off, it was good times. Whenever it was, a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, we got single Kaz right now.
Yeah, this
out
is
there
single
slaying.
cast for the first time, so it was good times.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Wow.
Yeah,
Keep
boy.
that off
Wow, that's official for the first time.
No,
Are you saying
I
it?
just been saying it. I just been putting in the atmosphere to see what would happen.
What?
Kaz is single.
Are you out there stroking?
Listen, we're not gonna talk about this today.
He's hanging out
That's
the
a yes.
National
That's a
Basketball
yes.
Players
That's
Association.
a
So
yes.
Hey, Kaz, you got some shit in your
So
dick?
we're here at the MBPA offices today, man.
all right, it's been a pleasure.
Yo,
Thank
John,
you, Pete.
peace, man.
Camera time.
Yo, okay.
Andrew can really.
Andrew, sit down. Andrew
Andrew,
said he
get
got
in
some
there,
hot
bro.
takes. He got some NBA hot takes.
Let's get some hot takes.
Come with the
going,
fire,
dog.
bro.
Yes.
He looks
Tell
like,
him-
hold on, you know
Tell
he
him
looks
who you
like-
are.
he looks
Tell him
like-
where you're
Gilbert.
from.
Deep breaths here.
Yo, fam, you seen Big Little Lies?
Yes.
He's
Yes,
one of the dudes that's
yes,
doing the interviews.
yes.
I
You wanna
actually
put me
invented
on
the
two-
term helicopter parent. These guys are fucking.
Oh
my god! This is crazy. That shit is crazy.
I love that you can just slide. I can deliver the hot takes and just slide away.
Go
just push
for it,
myself
dude.
Come
out.
back, but come
Go
close to
for
the
it.
mic
Give
because we won't hear you. if
Give
not
us your
Andrew.
hottest take.
All right, give
Testing
us some
one, the
hot shots.
hottest
Yeah.
take. I don't know if I can come from like the top of Mount Take. You have to walk your way up
No,
there.
No,
man.
you don't. You're
That
already
takes
on the
time.
mountain.
Nah, you don't got time with
Yeah.
us, man. We don't
We
know
fast
you.
forward
No.
the Torah.
I'm out of breath.
nowhere,
I just
dude.
climbed up so fast.
there you go.
So I'm born and raised Chicagoan, so I think that you have to talk about Lori as a top 5 player in in the next 3 to 5 years.
Really?
I think
Top
I think
5
that-
player at what?
I'll tell you this though, he did give Porzingis
2K,
the work.
maybe?
Every single-
Hold
he
on.
did give Porzingis the work a couple times when they played each other.
First of all, Bobby Portis about to break his jaw next season anyway.
It builds character. You saw what
Motherfucker.
Nico did after the job,
Wait,
bro.
what did he
True.
do? He got kicked out.
True.
They did.
Nico
you know,
gone.
He came back
Getting
with
Bobby
banished
Portis
to
don't
the
like tall white guys.
the Smoothie King Center is a tough place to be. That's when you're banished to like
Wait.
the end of the NBA.
Where is that? That's the Pelicans.
That's
play?
what the
Yeah,
Pelicans
the Pelicans
play.
play.
Shout out to the Pelicans.
Yeah,
Jeez.
man.
I mean,
Okay,
he'll
so
be in
you
the
think
playoffs
Lauri
this year,
Markkanen is top 5? Okay, next hot take. Go, give me.
Oh God. It's not even a hot take. James Harden, you're gonna win the MVP. That's you.
Not hot take, mild take.
That's a
Mild
lukewarm take, bro.
All of my takes are coming straight from ESPN, so I don't know if I want to get like
Come on,
plagiarized.
man, that's not
If I
hot
don't
You
take.
gotta
Whoa.
jump out the window,
ESPN
dude.
gets
Jump
the
out
takes
the
from
window.
us. Give
This
us
is
some
Flagrant
Who do we
too.
got? So I
Yeah.
have the
This
Knicks.
is Flagrant too.
Biggest
Knicks
cock
Magic.
on the Pelicans.
Biggest cock on the That's easy though. That's Ant.
Wow.
Anthony Davis.
Over
That's
Boogie?
Over Boogie?
Wow.
That's 100%. No, because Boogie goes out there.
hot take.
Boogie goes out there and slays.
Hold on. You think Boogie got a smaller meat than the brow?
I'm not saying it's small. I'm just saying it's not quite as big as Ant.
Smaller.
Yeah, 100%. And
You
here's
seen
what,
Anthony Davis in that locker room?
He said 100%. Not even a shadow of doubt. Not even 99.
because Boogie will talk that talk, but Ant is, he's just quiet with his deep voice in the unibrow and
And his
just
big
like
dick, yeah.
killing him softly. Yeah, just goes out, big dick, can barely walk, and just crushes. Drops like 40 and 10. Meanwhile, Boogie's just in awe. You saw what happened when he got out there. Boogie, who's like the man, he took a step down to Anthony Davis.
This
He
is
was
true.
like, "This is my guy.
He
I'm gonna
honored
let
the
him
big
lead."
dick.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
honored the big
Yeah,
dick.
yeah, yeah.
And if you got a big swinging dick, you have to let that lead.
You let him be the
Wow.
alpha, dog.
The
You let him
alpha.
be the alpha, right?
We
Wakanda
tried the three
forever.
alphas. It doesn't work. I
What's
guess you can do
bigger?
two.
What's longer, his dick or his eyebrow?
Yo, speaking of the
Yeah,
eyebrow,
talk
dude,
about this, talk
let's
about
talk about
this.
this eyebrow shit. First off, April Fool's Day, right? I guess Anthony Davis got on Twitter, or not even April Fool's Day, day before April Fool's Day. He gets on Twitter, says he's gonna shave his eyebrow. It took like a poll from his Twitter fans, or whatever, saying should he shave it or not. Says he's gonna shave it, pretends to shave it, shows up the next day on April Fool's Day saying it's April Fool's Day joke, right? I got an issue with that shit, right? First off, April Fool's Day jokes do not count if you do it the day before April Fool's Day.
Yeah, he didn't have the timing right.
Yeah.
He didn't have
like-
You got to do it on April Fool's.
Yeah, you have to do it on April Fool's
Yeah.
Day. He really thought he got one over on everybody. Everybody like kind of knew it was. Once I saw like the blatant Red Bull branding on his towel.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, dude, I was like, all right, come on. I know
Gotta get
the
your money.
jig is up.
That's
Get
marketing
the money,
Kaz
dude.
right there. Kaz sees
It's
through it
all
all.
the mind's
He
always
talks
on.
about how
bro.
the people have spoken though. I think the people want him to keep the unibrow.
I don't.
Is that even a hot take? Is that
No. I think.
I
the
think
take-
it looks fucking stupid.
I think that's dumb.
I don't think you're wrong, but I think when you're that good with the unibrow for that long, that's got to be some kind of like
Look, it-
baseball good luck chime.
I understand. There's
guess,
like there's the luck. There's also like this body positivity kind of shit like that. But I don't believe in body positivity, and I don't believe in the unibrow. When he took the picture of him not having it, he looked much better.
Looks like a normal person.
He looked normal.
Like,
He
I
did
don't know.
look like a
I don't know
normal
why we're
person,
trying to
yeah.
act like the unibrow.
Notice how
doesn't look
quiet Akaash is
stupid.
about the unibrow talk.
There's
all
no
of his
debating
cousins
that.
have a unibrow.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna slide away. That's it. I'm out. Thanks,
All right.
boys.
Oh man.
All right, man.
Thank you, dog.
Thank you.
Thank
That
you.
was a hot take about Boogie and Ant. That was a hot
Yes,
take.
that was a
We're
pretty
gonna have to
spicy
about that.
take.
All right. There it is. There it is.
Thank you.
Mothers, be good to your daughters.
Yo, I just shut down the interview because I was like, how are we at the NBPA? We got two white motherfuckers on first. And I just shut down midway through. I was like, all right,
true.
man.
Yeah, but that
I'm
was-
with
that was-
some
that was
NBA
a
guys
little
getting
fiery.
there, you know, it looks like they're walking in slowly but surely.
So
but-
before we get some, and I definitely want to get some NBA guys' opinions on this, but I think we got to talk about the no smoking section.
yes,
For this week, which was clearly the almost fight between Andre Drummond and Quincy Acey.
yes.
Classic almost fight.
It was a great almost
You know
fight.
what it is? I don't mind the pull away.
Yeah.
You have to do the pull away convincingly.
Talk to me.
All right. So when Quincy Acey and Andre Drummond get into, like, if you really want to punch somebody, if you want to fight someone, once they're here and punching distance,
Yeah.
something's got to go down, right? So if somebody pulls you away and then they let you go,
Yeah.
they're usually pulling you away to what? Stop you from hitting them, right?
Yeah.
The dude gets pulled away, gets free, just to get in his face and not do anything again.
Right.
If you didn't hear me from over there, here I am now. Yeah, fuck out of here,
So it's
bro.
like, come on,
It was
dog.
a convincing charge, though. Quincy Acey had a real convincing charge.
We gotta
but
really
he didn't want no
stop.
smoke.
No,
You
it
gotta
hit-
stop pretending
it hit Quincy Acey that he really got away from his teammates. You know what I mean? Like, you saw it halfway through.
Like,
Like,
I thought he was gonna hold me
he
back.
shook him. Yeah, and then he was like, "Oh, I better slow up before I actually got a real fight." No, you can't wriggle away too well.
No, not at all. It was a whack fucking.
But Akaash thinks that it was a convincing almost fight.
I think Quincy Acey's charge was convincing.
Yeah.
I think he looked like he wanted it.
So it was convincing up until he didn't want to act on it.
Right. Yeah, and Andre Drummond looked like he wanted no part.
Well, there was a part where Andre Drummond, when Quincy Acey charged back at him, Andre Drummond looked at him like, "Wait, are we really gonna fight?"
Yeah.
I thought this was an almost fight.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought this is kind of how we do. We
thought
get
this
kicked out of the
was
game,
for funsies.
take
No.
the night off.
Yeah, there's a dance here. There's steps.
Yeah.
Keep it tight. Keep it tight. One time they're taking pictures for us. We got to keep it tight. Do you know about keep it tight, miss? You're
Can I
welcome.
tell you a story
That
about?
sounded very sexual
It
harassment.
was. I was about to say, I'm like, way to not sound like a rapist, Andrew.
Yo,
It's like, you know about keep it
I
tight,
said,
man?
"Do you know how to keep it tight to a middle-aged lady?"
Oh, I thought you were doing that on purpose. You want me to tell you the craziest Andrew story?
What's up?
We're at a diner.
Oh, boy.
You want me to tell a story?
Hells
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
This is
No,
great.
I
This
know
this
is
is
gonna go.
before Me Too. This is before Time's Up. This is
about
how
to say,
fucking
This is legit 10
outrageous.
years
Akaash
ago.
is undefeated with Andrew's story.
This is legit 10 years ago.
God, here
We're
we
at
go.
a diner called Vaselka. We used to go there after all of our shows. Every night we're at Vaselka.
Oh,
And
good
then
days.
one night, there's this table of girls. They're pretty cute across from us.
Yo,
And then
son.
two of our homies, Mike Rogan and Mike Blaustein, are sitting on like opposite ends of the girls. Like they're kind of facing each other.
Yeah.
And the girls keep kind of looking at over and smiling and giggling when they look at that end, and then like they'll talk to each other and whisper, and then they'll look back over and giggle and smile.
Yeah.
And the whole meal, the two mics are like, "Yo, I think they're looking at me. No, I think they're looking at me."
Yeah.
And then finally they call out to the girls as they're looking and laughing. They're like, "Which one of us are you talking to?" And then the girls are trying to be like cute or whatever. They're like giggling like, "What? What did you say? I can't hear you." They say it again. Girls go, "Well, I can't hear you." And then Andrew looks over and he lifts his head up and he goes, "They said, do you want to get fucked in your ass?" Yo, I'm not lying, dog. I'm not lying.
The way I remembered that story was so different.
I'm about
Yo.
to say, like, no, there's no way.
I
There's
said
no way.
that?
That's
I thought I said, "Do you want to get fingered?" I don't know.
no.
No, that was another time our homie.
That was another time?
Another guy got drunk. Our other homie, I'm not gonna say his name because I don't know if he wants it out there, but he got drunk and he kept standing up in a diner after another show.
Yeah.
And it was a good show. He got lit. It was in his hometown. He kept standing up and whole diner, he'd get him to quiet down. He goes, guys, everybody settle down. I have an announcement to make. Ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make. Who's trying to get fingered? He did it legit 4 or 5 times.
Shout out to
before
Mike
we-
Blaustein. I'll say his name. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? You go call
Balls,
me
man.
out. You
Friend
go
of the
call
show.
me
Shout
out. We got
to
shout out to
Mike,
Blau. That's the guy out there on college campuses, probably doing the same exact thing. Just look at him at Oswego State University.
college tours, dog. Catch him on the road, man.
We almost got in a fight that night, too.
Bro, that's
my
right. We got an
God.
almost fight. We got a nice little almost fight streak.
Really? I can't imagine you guys getting in the fights. To be
Almost
honest.
fights. A lot of
Almost.
almost fights.
Okay.
I'm a good almost fighter.
A lot of
How
almost
good
fights.
is your almost fight game? Like, are you?
I'm really good at knowing.
Can you point and talk? Do you do the 2-finger point?
Here's when I decide how brave to be in the almost fight.
Okay.
I'm not good at fighting, but I'm good at knowing when someone wants to fight less than me. And that's when I
You
get
take
real brave.
advantage,
That's
yeah.
when I
That's
get
like a
heart.
real tough.
My heart swells up in those moments. And then I call him out for being a bitch just because he's a little bit bigger of a bitch than me. I'm like, that's right, you ain't got no heart, pussy.
And all he has to do is say, "Well, let's fight then."
And then I'm like, all right, you know what? Maybe you got that. You know what? Maybe we just call it a truce.
You know what?
You know what I'm good at in an almost fight? What I'm good at in an almost fight is
Getting us out of the fight while seeming like I'm still trying to fight. like I'll say shit like, "What are we even doing fighting for?" Like, what the fuck? Like, I'll be angry and yelling, but I'm like
Let's do
we
it
have
really
jobs,
aggressively.
we have kids, but I'm clapping, I'm doing all the aggressive tendencies
Yeah.
of moving, but
You
I'm
trying
really
to go
just
to jail?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they gonna do.
They gonna
They
lock
gonna
us
send
up.
us to jail.
Yeah, exactly.
We grown.
Yeah. But I'm
So
in
do
your
you want
face.
this or not?
Yeah, I'm like,
Yo, if
you got
guys-
insurance?
if you guys
Do you
don't
have
see-
insurance? Because it's going to be necessary.
the best part about doing this show is
Are
that
you ready
like,
for your premiums to skyrocket?
everybody like their fake fight voice is so good. People are turning around and looking at us to see if we're actually gonna fake
First of all,
fight.
half the people here. There's a lot of people here. I mean, not a lot. I would say there's 20 people here.
Yeah,
They're filling in. They're filling
they're
in.
filling in.
No,
You
but
gotta
like
get dumb
none
early.
of
They don't
these-
start
none of
until,
these people.
well,
Yeah,
they're about
we're like
to start now, yeah.
it's a half hour, but like
Yeah.
none of these people. None of these people are what's it called? Knew that we were going to be here.
Yeah.
They're just coming to watch the game, so they have no fucking clue what's going on, and then we just see us in the back cursing at women, talking about fucking people in the butts and stuff like that, bringing random white guys over that look like John Mayer. So it's mayhem here at the NBA Players Association.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know
they're
if we
playing some
belong.
video games over here.
I
They're
know. Do
playing
you guys
2K
notice the
and
Geek
MLB.
Squad with the video games? There's like the two
They're
guys whose job it is to like organize
Yeah,
them.
for sure.
Hey, bro, he had his hot takes ready, man.
Khakis. No.
That's not the same dude.
No. Yo, son.
thought
White
it was
people don't look all the same, son.
Nothing like the other two white people.
You know what we should do on this show? This is funny.
Dude.
Here's an idea.
One looked like John Mayer. This one looked like Fat
no,
Jesus.
the dude he was with. That's not him.
No, son, no.
That's
You know who
Fat
that guy
Jesus,
looked like?
dog.
You know who that guy looked like? Maybe he's in Big Little Lies, but also the guy from
He was
what
in
is
The
that
Game.
Leonardo DiCaprio movie where he's
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes,
Yeah,
he does look like
yeah,
him. That's the
same
same dude.
guy, right?
Yeah.
That's the
Okay,
same
bet.
dude. Yes, he looks just like him.
But so that's what we should have on the show.
Yeah.
Whenever we mistake a person from another race for another person, we got to keep a running tally, and we're all allowed to do it as much as the others have. So if you
Facts.
say two white guys look alike who don't look alike, all of a sudden I get a two brown
Okay,
people,
bang.
and you
So
get
we
a
get
two
to-
brown people, and when
So
you
we
fuck up
never get. All right, but seriously, you can't look at these two people right here and don't. They got the same glasses, same haircuts.
who the white
Him
guys.
and him, right here.
We could also say that about every
Different
black guy at this
outfit.
point.
Yeah. Two black guys got bald heads. What's
All
going on?
right.
There's literally.
All right, so I'll let that one.
Michael
slide.
Jordan and Sergeant Colvin from The Wire. Is that the same person?
Like, Alex, anyone ever tell you look like Michael B. Jordan? Like, actually, never have they done that.
You know that is funny when white girls say you look like James Harden, it's not an issue because you can get
No.
some pussy. But a
Not
white
at all.
dude is like, yo, you look like James Harden. Be, oh, really? Because all black people look like, huh? So all black people look alike when I can't get some pussy.
No, I've looked like every. I've looked
When I
like
can get some pussy, it's
every
like, yeah, there's a lot of
single
similarities.
Black guy in the history of television. I've looked like Virgil. I've looked like M'Baku from Black Panther.
Definitely.
I've looked like James Harden. I've looked like.
So there's never been a time in your life when you didn't look like a black guy who was
There's
famous.
never been a time
That's
where I
great.
didn't look like some. Which you know.
What about
which really
Terrence
helps.
Howard? Do you get that a lot? Got a little out of Terrence Howard.
Chris kind of looks like Terrence Howard. I don't know where he went.
Nah,
My boy
he
Chris
doesn't.
Jeans is
Nah,
kind
Chris
of
my height,
resembles him.
fam.
Yo, we got to get this shorty back over here.
Wait,
She
which shorty?
laughed when we said keep it tight. She had a little chuckle. She had a little
Oh,
chuckle
gosh,
in
you
her
It was an
eyes.
uncomfortable. Please don't rape me, chuckle.
It
I'm pretty
definitely.
sure.
I'm like Andrew.
sure.
I don't.
Word, that was it.
It was, that's the vibe I
be
got from
mixing
it.
those.
You are never
gotta
allowed
catch
back
those.
here.
You gotta catch those.
Is that my guy who's fucking up? I didn't know that's my guy was fucking up. I didn't know. How do you know that was all that? Oh, shit.
All right, boom. So let's jump into this real quick.
Hold on,
Yes.
wait. I think we should go straight from non-smoking section to our asshole of the week.
Or
right.
Because our
Smoke.
asshole of the week
Yeah.
wanted that smoke.
Yes, he did.
Our
yes, he
asshole
did.
of the week probably got emphysema. He has so much smoke.
Facts.
Go for it.
And our asshole of the week. And I'm gonna let you guys do it because this is y'all's. This is y'all's
No,
moment.
Andrew, this is all you, man.
This is the one of the biggest moments in
20
Flagrant
years
2
ago
history.
yesterday? 20 years ago yesterday.
20 years ago yesterday.
20 years ago yesterday.
A logo was born.
20 years yesterday, a logo was born. 20 years yesterday, a legend was born.
Yes.
20 years yesterday, the mongoose tamed the mamba. Chris
20
Childs
years ago.
chin checked
Yes.
my man Kobe Bryant.
My man Kobe Bryant.
Oscar winner Kobe Bryant. This is way before the Oscar, way before
Kobe
Hollywood
Bryant
was
was
sucking his dick.
hungry. Chris Childs was happy
Way
to give
before
him
he
a
was making
2-piece and a
girls suck
biscuit.
his
There was some, you know, that's right. James Harden talking about barbecue chicken. Well, there was a biscuit with
There
the
was
meal.
a biscuit with the barbecue.
That's
chicken.
right. It was
That
a delicious
was bomb.
biscuit.
But shout out to Chris Childs. He is our asshole of the week.
Yes.
He created our logo.
This is the greatest moment in New York Knicks history in the last 20 years.
honestly,
in New York Knicks.
dog. My
Would you let
Knicks
Chris Child
moment-
punch you in the face, yo? That's
Hell
better
yeah,
than an
to
autograph.
recreate
I would
that shit?
take
You
a
got a video
in a
of me.
heartbeat.
son. Just a
In
little
a
dap. A
heartbeat.
little
Yeah.
dap. That's better than an autograph.
It's
You
yeah.
gotta
like-
get Chris Childs on here,
You
man.
know what it's like? It's like if you meet Evander Holyfield, like Mike Tyson, you're not gonna take a picture.
You gotta
with
see
him,
the
like,
fist.
You got to.
Or if you meet a stripper, it's like turn around.
dog, I don't remember one. I don't
I
remember.
want a picture of you straight up. Go clap. We don't need your
I want a
face
picture
in
of you
this.
horizontal.
Black China, just bend over. Thanks.
We've never done a. I don't remember a single Chris Childs highlight. Like, and he played for the Knicks for a long time.
Yeah, on the good teams.
On the good teams,
Yo,
too. Like,
true.
I don't remember a big shot. I don't remember a big steal, defensive play.
Because that's not what matters to Knicks
That's
fans.
not what matters,
And
dog.
really, honestly, Flagrant 2 fans.
Yeah,
Facts.
I don't
We
want to
are-
act like I'm above that.
we are fans of
Bro,
moments,
if Chris Childs walks into this room right now,
bro.
I ain't gonna do shit, probably. I'll probably just be like, yo, what up? Like, I'm not gonna go crazy or nothing like that. But still, if he did,
I'm like,
that
it's
shit would
good
be
to
lit.
see you, man. That's
Bro,
really good to
that
see
shit,
you.
you know what's so funny? There's this white guy with like my haircut and
Yeah.
some like skinny ass jeans. He's short
Yeah.
and he's got some crutches and he's walking with a limp. If he was 6'6" and black, I would guarantee it was a player. I'd be like, oh yeah, covering from an ACL injury. But he's 5'5" and he has Clarks on, and I'm like, no, that's an agent.
I was like, oh, I was sitting there working
He
out.
bumped his knee on a desk. Hey
see,
Phil, what happened to your
racial-
toe?
This is the very few times that racial profiling works out in our favor.
In this environment,
In this
right?
environment only, racial profiling works out in your absolute favor. Because if I was walking around with those crutches right now, somebody would be like, "Oh man, hope you're ready for next season, whoever you are."
You're gonna come back,
You know
bro.
what I mean, like, oh, you'll be good, bro. Yeah. But this guy's like, "Oh yeah, no, he stubbed his toe on a desk." You know,
Okay, why don't we talk about some real smoke? So there was a boxing match over the weekend. I'm a huge boxing fan.
yes, this is facts.
So Anthony Joshua
Yes.
fought Joshua Parker.
One of
Yeah,
the
the
baddest
Joshua's throwing me off.
heavyweights alive right now.
Yeah. So and it was a very uneventful fight. It was boring, and in large part because Anthony Joshua is not terribly skilled. He's
No.
just kind of big, and then Parker is undersized, but he's very skilled.
Yeah, very skilled.
Like
yeah.
he is a natural boxer. He's been doing it since he's 4 years old, and he's just small. Like he's an overblown cruiserweight. Cruiserweight is the weight division right before heavyweight. It always gets swallowed up in the heavyweight talk.
Yeah.
Evander Holyfield was the greatest cruiserweight ever, but you can't make any money at cruiser, so you jump up
So you
to
jump to heavyweight.
and be this
Gotcha.
undersized heavyweight, right? So. So they have this fight, and then there's discussion immediately after about this fight between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. And Deontay
That's like the
Wilder,
big money fight left right
well,
now, right?
yeah, that is the big money fight.
Yeah.
There's another guy named Tyson Fury, but the real money fight is Wilder Joshua because that would unify all the belts. So
Okay.
right now, Joshua I think has 4 and Wilder has 1, but Wilder's 1 is kind of the most respected belt. It's a WBC belt. right?
Gotcha. Okay.
So you have a situation where they want to fight. Now, earlier in the week, Wilder was on the Breakfast Club. Shouts to Charlemagne, Envy, and Yee.
Yeah.
And he said a pretty inflammatory statement to a lot of people. He says, I want to catch a body in the ring, meaning he wants to kill somebody in the ring.
You see, when he said that, I thought he was saying that in jest. And then, like, when he, like, he
well,
explained it, like, he was
yeah,
like, no, like, I want to
Charlemagne
beat
asked him to explain him, and he was like, no, I really want that. So what is your guys' take on that?
My thing is, like, why say that out loud? That could be a nice personal goal to have.
Personal goal. Is that part of your 5-year plan?
Put that on your vision board.
It's like, oh, yeah,
Put
you
a
know.
cadaver on your vision board.
It's like, well, they signed the waiver, and, I won't probably go to jail. And, if I do it within the confines of this ring and he dies, great.
I mean, if you are a murderer, it is the hardest working way to go about it.
This is true.
Right?
Like,
If you
But
have
here's
to
the
kill
thing.
people.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to murder somebody. He wants to show someone he's so dominant in his sport that you die.
Right. Yeah.
Which, in the grand scheme of things, just put real sports in perspective.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, how many sports can you legitimately die if the guy is that much better than you?
Honestly, I thought Austin Rivers died when Victor Oladipo crossed him up.
done.
I thought it was over. I thought it was a wrap.
Well
but no,
done.
you're absolutely right. I understand what you're saying. Like, your sheer dominance cannot kill another person if it's not a fight sport.
Yeah.
And fight sports are the only ones to do it because,
And I guess like NASCAR, maybe.
yeah, but your dominance isn't killing the other person because you're not driving into them. Like, you might make them take more risk.
Gotcha.
But it's you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
because every sport is a metaphor for war, except fight sports, because it's the closest you can get for
Yeah.
war, right? It's pretty much
Right.
war.
Yeah.
So, but here's the question: it's like, can I criticize him for it? Like, as a fan, are we in the moral position to criticize him when we're watching these two people effectively beat each other senseless? Like, when you go out there, I used to box. When I would spar, they would say, go light, go 80%. We didn't, because it's me or you.
Yeah.
So I was punching you with everything,
Yeah.
unless it was like really, really, really light. But like, I'm punching you with everything. And it's because it's a survival instinct. Every boxer that goes out there is going out there to concuss you.
Yeah.
And if that means that you die, which sometimes it happens, then they kill. All I'm saying is he might have been more honest about.
I can see.
You don't, like Cass said, you don't say it out loud. It's a crazy thing to say on a radio show. But what annoyed me more than the quote was everybody's grandstanding him. How could you be so savage? Look what a good person I am. Go fuck yourself. And he said, he's just like, listen, my alter ego, which is my fighter persona,
The Bronze Bomber.
doesn't think. He just wants to kill you. The Bronze Bomber wants to kill you. He wants that body.
Yeah.
And that's how he tried to separate it, and it didn't come across well. But I just thought a lot of the, oh my God, we have wives and children. How can shut the fuck up?
Yeah. Well,
Shut the fuck up.
If you have wives and children, you shouldn't be watching boxing. If you're going to take that moral high ground, because people die in
Boxers
boxing.
were saying.
Yeah,
So-
I honestly think it's a societal problem, dog. Like, we try to make ourselves, we try to sophisticate a sport so much, calling it the sweet science,
Yep.
and
That's true.
being like the discipline of.
We try to rugby
being
it.
Like you try to
rugby
make it all
thinks
these
they're
things.
all
It's like,
elegant and
dog,
fancy. No.
you have to beat the snot out of the next person
Guys,
to win the fight.
And people have
Like,
died.
Yeah,
Andrew
It's
said
like,
it well.
sure.
It's you or me.
That's
And
it.
it's like the only reason why they put like a point system in this type of sport is because if I can just knock you the fuck out, the point system is meaningless.
Well, I'll tell you where the point system comes from.
Yeah.
Is a round used to stop with a knockdown.
See? There you go.
And they realized the sheer brutality of that. You have two guys just swinging each other for 5 minutes in a row until one goes down. So
that's
it's like,
when someone
okay,
gets a
let's
point.
stop it.
Yeah.
Now, in a way, that's even more brutal because you're allowing that person to get up so they can get knocked down again. We're talking about multiple concussions, a fight.
Yeah.
Right.
Fucks, CTE with sports, that's one thing, but we're talking about your job is to get concussed.
But even more so to the point, if you are good enough at what you do and you only have 3 minutes in a round to do it, if somebody can do that to you in less than 3 minutes, you're gonna get hurt real bad.
Bro,
you can die.
without a doubt.
We have to stop acting like boxing or fight sports or anything does it speak to our primal caveman nature?
Absolutely does.
Of like, dog, it's me or you.
Yep.
At the end of the day, it's me
And
or
if
you.
we're watching it, we're complicit.
Yeah.
We can't take moral standards. The one thing I'll say is this, I think when you go in there, you want to knock someone out. But you don't want them to die.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you don't really want any harm to happen to them. Like, when I'd go spar guys, I would want to drop them. But if it turned out that they were, like, injured for the rest of their life, I would feel immense guilt because of that. So the distinction is he's guiltless about this murder.
Yeah.
He's actually proud. Not murder, but this death. He's proud. That's where it's weird. But then the other argument is Mike Tyson said he was going to eat someone's kids.
Also, Jordan Carlos reminded me, funny comic around me, the back half of that quote is, I'm going to fuck you till you love me. Which is, I mean, these are savages, dude. You got to be.
But like
that wasn't even like a
that was
Breakfast Club
promo.
interview. He said that
Yeah.
shit like
He said at the press
at
conference.
a press conference. Like,
Yeah.
But that's promo, and I think the other thing is
I'ma
as
buy
a,
that.
as a comic,
True.
as a comic, right? Like, I'm not going to police what another comic says, and if you're an entertainer as a boxer and you have to sell a fight through this entertainment, part of me goes, I'm not going to police what you say. We want savagery. Like you said, you're going to buy it. So if you get if people ordered a fight because a guy went up and said, I really respect this opponent, and I think he's a great guy and great family man, and I think he gives his best shot, that'd be awesome. We're not buying that fight.
we're bloodthirsty.
We bloodthirsty.
We're
So you gotta
bloodthirsty.
get
We
if
love
you
that
give me
shit.
blood, I can't hate on you if that's
Yeah.
what I like.
Yeah. We
And
love
he's
that.
not a dirty fighter, is he? Is he in the
No.
history of being a dirty fighter?
No, not at
Then,
all.
well, then it's a different thing. You know
No,
what
it's
I mean?
not
If
at all.
If he's legit fighting and he's saying, I want to kill you,
Yeah.
but you're fighting straight up, it's like, I don't know. It seems like Chelsea
But-
Police.
But he
Wasn't
kinda-
Evander Holyfield
kinda
when he
fights
fought-
like a savage though.
He absolutely fights as
Like,
savage.
Wilder fights like a savage.
Here's the
Like,
thing with Wilder, right? Because he's an American heavyweight, and you would think an American heavyweight would be a massive sensation, right?
he's not skilled enough for boxing fans to like him.
Yeah.
But and then there's just no casual boxing fans for heavyweights in America.
Yeah.
It's a really sad time for sports because he is an incredibly fan-friendly or fight sports. He has an incredibly fan-friendly style.
Yeah.
Like every fight is a knockout. That's what we want, right? He's giving it to us, and he doesn't have close to the support that Anthony Joshua does in England.
Who do you think would win in that fight?
Honestly, I've thought about this a lot. I think it's a toss-up. One of them, they're both so. Anthony Joshua was not wild. He's very he's almost robotic.
Right.
But he's not that good. Like he's one of those guys who he was big, so he found boxing. Very much like centers that are big, so they found basketball.
Right.
Basketball found them, not they found basketball. Right. You know. So I think what happens in that fight is one of them gets caught because they both have power, and whoever gets caught, that's who's going down. But I really wouldn't give it to either one of them. It's complete toss-up to me.
I don't know. I watched that last Wilder fight.
Yeah.
Where it looked like he was kind of losing.
Yeah, you told me he was getting rocked
He was getting
by
rocked.
Ortiz. Yeah.
And it wasn't until he just emptied the clip and just started fucking wailing on him.
Yeah.
That it's almost like it's like baseball. It's like I watch Wade Boggs all day because he gets he's a contact hitter and he'll get you on base or whatever. But he's not fucking like Mark McGwire, dog. He's not Sammy Sosa. He's not Barry Bonds. Where he's like, dog, I'm swinging for the fences.
That's it.
Right.
And
One thing,
if I
home
can
run or
swing
nothing.
for the fence, if I can hit a home run, I will take that over getting these points. And that's what Wilder reminds me of. And sometimes you can win like that, and sometimes you can't.
I think a story like this is actually good for him because he needs the pop culture buzz.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua is everything England wants in a sports star. He's
Yeah.
eloquent. He's handsome. He's massive. He's fucking
Very
chiseled.
well-spoken.
He's very well spoken. So eloquent, right? Especially for a boxer. Boxers a lot of times are borderline retards, right? And if I honestly don't,
You got
like
chipped in the
Apollo
head a
Creed.
million times.
Son.
It's gonna be hard to put together a sentence.
dude, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Like my dad would say that all the time. Like when people would say, "Oh, these guys don't speak well," and he goes, "Do you know what they do for a living?" Get punched in the head. Right?
Yeah,
push
when
that
people said
all out.
Floyd couldn't read and they were making fun of him, my cousin, psychiatrist, was like, I mean, the guy's definitely got brain damage. You don't do this for 20 years and not have brain damage.
I wonder if Floyd is so good that he doesn't. I wonder if he's the one
He
guy.
just actually can't read?
Yeah, he
I
just
hope
doesn't
he has
like
brain
reading.
on
damage.
his own volition. How about that word, Kaz? Huh? You know that one?
I didn't think it was that big of a word, honestly. But
He wasn't even impressed.
Do you
wasn't
know
impressed,
volition?
sir. Must say.
That's a good one, right? Volition? That's a good one.
It's like 7 letters.
Volition. That's
8.
3 syllables.
It's not something I can't figure out.
Volition. You could get it confused with demolition. You could get it confused with violin.
Anthony Joshua, real life Apollo Creed.
Yo, real talk.
Yeah.
He's the Apollo Creed of England.
Yeah.
And if you watch him, he's fucking regal. So all these things that England loves about themselves, he represents.
Right.
And now they actually have a legit world-class athlete. They probably haven't had that in years.
Yeah.
Of course they're going to be all about him.
What's his
Deontay
what, like
Wilder,
Lennox Lewis, maybe? Probably.
and they didn't even get behind Lewis because
Yeah.
Lewis was Canadian, really, but he had ancestry back there. But when it comes to Wilder, and my dad is a big fight fan, I don't know if my dad would be able to understand Deontay Wilder's English.
Really?
He's country, bro.
Yeah, no, he's a Bama.
He is
Bama.
country.
Yeah.
And if you've noticed, boxers have made a concerted effort. Let's go, Schultzy.
Step that vocab up.
Don't sleep on. We could talk about how Oscar De La Hoya is a pretty boy.
Yeah.
That dude is a Mexican from the hood, son.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, these guys are from the sticks,
Yo,
dog.
the
Like, these
hood.
guys are from.
so when he's a handsome motherfucker. He was coming up. But he speaks like that on purpose when the cameras are on.
Mm-hmm.
He puts on that corporate voice when the cameras are on. Same with Floyd. Floyd puts the voice on when the cameras are
So
on.
when the cameras are on, he puts on the voice,
pro
and when the
athletes.
cameras are off, he puts on the dress.
Exactly. Not Floyd.
I was
Don't
gonna
put down
mention
Floyd.
that.
No, Oscar.
I was
That
gonna
was
mention that
Oscar.
Oscar shit was kind of those. That was a flagrant moment.
Oh,
Say the
absolutely,
goddamn
bro.
least,
My man knows what he likes. You know what I mean? Yo, real talk. If you knock dudes out, you could wear pantyhose. Because what I'm gonna say to you,
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
You're
Like,
right. I ain't saying nothing.
I
to
ain't
you.
saying
what's
nothing to
crazy?
you.
The whole world
Yeah.
saw that. Nobody flipped.
no, because he knocked
Nobody
you
was
out.
trying to touch it. It was like, all right,
Yeah.
yeah, he wears pantyhose. So
Exactly.
what? Yeah, he'll still knock you the fuck out unless
Exactly.
you're like Floyd Mayweather, who knocks out everybody.
There we go.
You know what I'm
Done.
saying? Beats everybody's ass.
Shit is over.
I don't know, man.
Anyway, so
yo,
we got some interesting stuff. Next week we're gonna have Jarrell Williams on the
Yes. Shout
on
out
the
to Jarrell
podcast.
Williams.
He's a he's a heavyweight contender who's in the talks with Wilder. He's in the talks with Anthony Joshua. He's in talks with all these guys for a potential fight. He just was popping shit. So he's going to come
Talking real spicy, man.
Real spicy.
Talking real spicy.
Real
I like
spicy.
That.
I think it was 50 Cent, if I'm not mistaken, who was.
I don't know. It's hard to get behind 50 Cent fighters, but I'm gonna like him because he's coming.
Well, no,
to
he's
our
not
show.
a 50 Cent fighter, but 50 Cent was talking about what he told him. So 50 was just
okay.
gossiping, basically.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, some real shit going
Being
down.
a gossip folk, I respect
Yeah.
it. So yo, I'm gonna shout out to the NBPA for hosting us as well. They literally just announced the Players Voice Awards, which they did I think 2 years ago when they
Yeah.
did like the Players Choice Awards, whatever.
Yeah.
Sponsored by the NBPA, and they literally just like hot off the press just handed us the nominees for their awards this year, right?
We got to drop it.
So-
Also, if y'all don't have a host for this, I know some people that'd
I
be
know
really
3
good.
guys that'll be really good at hosting this. Just like we're
Exactly
hosting,
three guys,
you know.
and then we have a built-in camera team and everything
Yes.
like that. You don't need to do anything else. You just get the 4 of us in there. We're good to go.
Just get us in here, man. Make sure we have the beep button ready to go.
So we got the categories,
go.
dog. I don't know if they told us the players, did they?
No,
Nah,
I think
but
they just vote.
we can
I think
name
they just
some
write
of
in
our
names.
own. You know what I mean?
So let's drop some of them.
Oh
Boom.
yeah, let's vote on this.
Let's vote on this
You wanna do
ourselves,
that?
man. We can
All right, fine.
figure this out.
Everybody grab one. All right,
So,
first
yo,
one is
boom.
Toughest to Guard
Toughest to
Award.
Guard Award. Obviously, you know what I mean? I got
There's a
the
few
MVP.
candidates.
James Harden is a great candidate. Kyrie Irving, another hard to guard. LeBron James, obviously. You know what I'm
Steph.
saying? Steph,
I
obviously.
mean, Durant.
Durant. I'm going to go Kyrie Irving.
One-on-one?
Just off of sheer annoyance of having to guard.
One-on-one.
One-on-one, yeah.
Yeah, I think one-on-one he's the hardest to guard. I would
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I guess I'll
Woof.
agree with that.
James
Too
Harden is impossible to guard one-on-one, though.
This is true. I mean,
Take away fouls.
Change the game. Change the game of basketball.
I'm just saying if it's one-on-one, if he's getting to the free throw line, yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's not, I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe.
nah, he's the guy. He's the kind of the guy, like, you know, he has probably one of the most unguardable moves in the league with that step back. Like, once you're like giving when you're trying to pressure him because you know he's gonna try and draw fouls.
Yeah.
And like, he does that step back and just gets like feet of space from you.
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah, step back is
And he's
crazy.
like, and the way his shoulders are built, like he can just get as much space.
Is
as
it
he
not
wants
Steph?
to.
Is Steph not a
I
know.
mean,
He's up there, but I don't know.
I would go Steph.
pull up from
but-
anywhere, quick handles?
No, you're right.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
So, yeah.
We're in a league of a bunch of amazingly unguardable people. If I'm going this season alone, I'm going to go James Harden.
All right, fine. I'm with that.
All right,
Go
fair
James
enough.
Harden.
Most respected award.
The most respected award. Is there any doubt?
Who? LeBron.
LeBron James.
Yeah,
it's
LeBron
LeBron.
James,
Yeah.
though. Like, not
It's
even
LeBron.
just by players, but like, you know, he is the first vice president of the NBPA. You know what I mean? Like, like he has the most clout of any
Yeah.
player I've seen in any organization.
Facts. It's LeBron,
As
hands
far as
down.
like, hands
Yeah,
down, hands down. It's-
Okay.
We don't even have to go through it.
The most, the leader of the new school award.
Giannis?
I was looking at this at like like the unicorn award. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's the guy who's gonna be like that player that takes
Embiid.
Joel
Yeah, I was saying
Embiid?
Embiid.
Yo,
I like-
I think Embiid might be, and let me keep on thinking. There's a new, I think I don't know what this word means. To me, it means not a way of play, but a way of being.
Yeah.
Who are these guys that are involved in social media, hyping up the game? They maybe they represent a different position. Like
Yeah.
Embiid is a stretch 5, but he has the skills
He's
of
a
a
stretch
3.
5, but he's a monster in the paint.
and he really does all the intangibles that maybe.
And he gives you like Shaq type personality.
Yo,
You
it
know what I
might be
mean?
Embiid.
Like,
To me, it
he's-
just meant who's the best out of all the young class of players, like the
Gotcha.
next generation.
So not just a rookie, but the
Okay.
young.
kind of the next
So
generation.
you got like your Porzingises, you got your Giannis's,
Yep.
your Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons.
Wow.
You know, there's a lot of the league's in such a Anthony Davis, Karl Anthony Towns. You know what I
Cat.
mean?
Okay, what about next one is the X Factor award.
The
I don't
X
even know what
Factor
that
award.
means.
Okay, I'm assuming that that's somebody who isn't necessarily the most valuable player.
I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
What's up?
I'd like to talk about female privilege here.
Where are we going with this?
I'm sorry. I just
I know
looked
where he's
over to
going.
the other side of the basketball court.
Uh,
First of all, there's a gigantic funk flex in this orange. Flex,
that's not flex, no?
bro. It's like
like
Flex and Debo together. So I looked over the other side, I look over the other side, and there's an earlier. By the way, we were playing, and one of the guys who was cleaning up asked me. He goes, "Sir, are you wearing shoes or are those sneakers?"
Basketball shoes, yeah.
Basketball shoes. And I was
Yes.
like, "No, they are
It is
rubber
definitely
bottoms.
about
Don't worry."
yourself.
He goes, "Okay, good, because we can't have the floor getting marked up." I'm looking across the court right now, and I see two girls in 6-inch heels that are clearly not those Jordan heels or Nike heels or any of that kind of stuff. These are heels. They are walking around, potentially scratching up the floor. And you know what? There ain't a conversation about how they shouldn't be doing it, Kaz. Did you know that?
You know what?
That's female privilege.
What
if you got
makes it
titties,
worse-
you could ruin the NBA PA floor.
This is the play. Like, outside of us regular folk who are here, the only other people that play here are the people who keep the fucking lights on here, which are NBA players, all-stars.
Yeah, but if you had the NBA players take a vote, which one of us you want to kick out? It ain't the host. So what we really gonna say here?
We're definitely on the bottom of the thing, like, oh, well, you know.
We need the LVPs in this bitch.
But,
You're
bro,
right.
we're hosting. No,
The world ain't fair, son.
You don't think so. Don't think so. But anyway.
Do you want to vote X Factor award?
X Factor.
Alex
X
Lou
Factor award.
Williams.
I'm a Lou Will. Lou Will's a good
Westbrook.
pick. Who'd you pick?
Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook.
Andre Iguodala's the candidate.
I was gonna go Draymond.
Draymond.
Green. Very
Yeah.
good X Factor. Man, who else?
X Factor award. For me, the X Factor award goes to
CJ McCollum, maybe.
Popovich.
Oh, okay. All right. Going
Oh,
with
but
the
it's
coach.
only players.
Okay. Yeah, this is the Players Award. Yes.
X Factor award goes to, for me, it's a good one. Lou Williams is good.
Lou Williams is really good.
I'm thinking of like a great. I'm trying to think of a great D stopper.
I
Draymond.
think Draymond's it, man.
Yeah, fuck it.
Draymond, Rudy Gobert, maybe.
We'll do Draymond, I think.
MVP award.
Oh,
Harden, right?
this year it's James Harden. It's not a question. You know what I mean? Maybe Anthony Davis gets a couple votes. Maybe LeBron gets a couple votes. But James Harden's the MVP.
Okay, the freshest award.
The freshest award.
I might have to be.
Listen, I'm a fan of the Russell Westbrook. You know what I mean? The feng shui he be going with, man.
You can't
Like,
deny that the man is a trendsetter.
the man is very stylish.
Give it to Russ.
The man's very stylish, though. Not a big
lock-
fan of his new Jordans, but the man's got style.
The locksmith award.
Locksmith. I'm going Gobert. I'm going Stifle Tower. Utah Jazz.
Okay,
All right,
Rudy
I'm fair with
Gobert.
that. I'm fine with that.
I'm cool with it.
Mr. Clutch.
Mr. Clutch. This year,
This
Yeah.
year.
Darren Fox.
De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron, that is a
Couple big clutch buckets this year,
a
yo.
lot of clutch buckets for a young fella. You know what I mean?
They
He had
got
a couple
24
game winners.
wins. How many of those are clutch buckets?
2. I think the 2 that he got.
You know what? I'm gonna go LeBron James. I'm gonna go LeBron. LeBron
Yeah.
had a lot of clutch
I'll go LeBron.
game winners this year. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be the sexy step back jumper, whether it's a clutch block, a clutch dunk, a clutch jump shot.
The People's Champ Award.
That might be Russell Westbrook to me. We all love him. He ain't gonna get it done, but we all love him.
It's true. It's true. He's definitely the one player that everybody like is a fan of. And for some, like, you don't have to be a fan of him, but he has the most
he was
respect.
loyal.
Yeah,
And he's
that's
loyal.
good. That's it.
Yeah. Rusty.
The Heart and Soul Award.
I'm
give
gonna
a
give this to
Fuck what players' heart and soul. Keep it moving.
nobody cares about this shit.
The Best Side Hustle Award.
I like
PJ
this.
Tucker.
Yes.
Oh,
He was
PJ
gonna be my
Tucker in the
sneaker
sneaker
champ.
game.
He was gonna be my sneaker champ.
Oh shit, he gets double.
I guess he gets two. But outside of best side hustle, Lonzo Ball. You kidding me? Big baller brand all
Yo,
day,
but
dog.
is Big Baller Brand better than LeBron James? LeBron James got the best side hustle. So.
You're right. You're right. He's got
Big Baby.
Big Baby.
Alex
Yes.
with a clutch vote. Big Baby's our winner. Yeah, I
Oh.
don't think he's in the league, but
She got her shoes off, son.
See, she knew. She
Yeah.
knew.
Whoa, she built like a
Club
turnip.
But yeah, man. But
that bitch built like Big Baby.
shoot, what is this?
She wet though.
I don't know when exactly the Players' Voice Awards are. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be after the season. But shout out to the NBPA for having us here. You know, what I
Yo,
mean?
thank you
Having
guys
us-
so
Thank
much
you
for
guys,
having
man.
us,
You know what I mean?
man.
We're gonna get to kicking it at this NCAA March Madness party. Shit, thanks for having us.
Yo,
NBA
we appreciate
PA,
you.
man.
And guys that listen, thank you so much.
Oh, shout out to Michelle Roberts, man. Michelle Roberts,
Yes.
most powerful woman in sports. She's the executive director of the NBPA.
Just got re-upped.
Couldn't be here without her. You know what I mean, just re-upped here, like to have us here and shit. And you know, she's gonna be running the Players Association for the next number of years. So
We're going to need a key card, Michelle.
hopefully, ain't no
We're going to need a key card. We're going to need an ID.
Make sure, you know what I'm saying, we don't get no, you know, we can work out in here, use the gym, use the pool. You know what I'm saying? This place is a work, like, if you've come here before, it's a real inconspicuous building on 43rd Street, but then you get upstairs and it's like fucking Disney World for basketball players.
Right
So if
next
you ever
to
get the
Fox
chance-
News.
Yeah, shout out to Fox News, I guess. But the game's about to start, so we're about to get out of here, watch the game and shit. If you're ever in
thank
New
you
York
guys.
City, if you ever get a chance.
Anything I want to plug?
Oh, man, shit. Check
Yes.
out The Score on Uninterrupted every Friday on Spotify Spotlight. Palooza, April 21st, Atlanta, Georgia. May 20th at the Hammerstein Ballroom, taking over that. And
Fat Al Horford.
yeah, let's I
Yo,
think that's it.
make
What
sure you
got,
check
bro?
out. I'm going to be in Rochester this weekend, the 5th through the 7th at the Carlson, and then I'm going to be in New York City.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes.
Gotham
Yeah.
Comedy Club.
We
Bring the
Everybody pulling
assholes
up.
out, man. Let's make it happen, dog.
So make sure you come out to that. That's going to be the Friday and Saturday. We got 5 shows. Make sure you check that out. I come once a year, so be there. And then I'm going to be in Philly. Oh, no, then I'm going to be in Toronto. Man, Toronto, thank you for the support, man. You guys sold out both shows. So then I called up the venue to ask if we could get any more tickets, and they said that they were holding some tickets for press. And I said, fuck that. The press ain't get me here. The people got me here.
Big
so we got to
facts.
take care of the people first.
Big facts.
The press going to have to figure
Big
out their
facts.
own
All day,
tickets.
every day, man.
So we just released some more tickets for that. I don't know if you guys bought them all up yet, but make sure you go cop all those tickets. Do that. That'll be the 15th of April. And then I'm going to be in Philly that next Friday and Saturday. And then Akaash and I are going to be in Texas. Akaash
Hell
coming
yeah.
with me. So
Yes, sir.
we're going to be in Dallas Thursday, Dallas Friday, Plano Saturday, and then Houston Sunday. So make sure you come pull up on us there. I got the tour merch. Make sure you get a shirt when you come to the show. And go and check out the tickets for more dates, man. Or to my website for more dates.
I just want to say thank you to everybody who came out. We had 2 shows Friday at Caroline's. First
shit
one was
look lit,
sold out.
dog.
Lit as fuck. Second one was almost sold out. Super fun. Shouts to Alex. He filmed the whole thing. Did a phenomenal job. Andrew came through, said what's up. Kaz hit me. He said he was busy, but he messaged me to say, no, Kaz at work. He was making money.
Look dope. Look
But he
dope,
messaged me to say congrats. He was happy for me. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate y'all coming through.
Yeah.
Thank y'all, man.
All right, man. So next week, catch you right here. Same time, same place. Flagrant 2. Keep it tight.
Yes, sir.
Assholes united, man.
God bless.
Catch you later. God bless.